Okay. Why is it still showing that live? One minute. That's the last live.
Warning.
Yeah, that's from a while back.
Say I ain't doing nothing to get warned on.
See, it's on now. See there?
Yeah.
This one.
Oh, no, that's the old one.
Yeah, I know I was looking for one that's off. See?
Yeah.
While ago it was on, you see? And now we gotta go through here. Take this one, all these, right here, hide them. Let's see.
Somebody's doing something. Biden all day for Gitmo. Emilizia Rose. What the hell kind of name is it? What's her name? Emilizia. Emilizia? Emilizia.
I like it.
Emilizia Rose.
Let's see.
Oh, I like that music. That's some badass music. That's some beats we come up with. We didn't. We got all that.
I'm checking something.
Which one you want me to get there, Lena? The Biden 2021. APN grind hard.
Yeah, see, now it ain't cut it off. Well, wait a minute, look at that.
Why you like Joe Biden?
It ain't cut it. You see there?
Yeah.
It's on. It ain't cut it. It's been cutting other ones like as soon as you cut them on, right?
Why has it been doing that?
See. Because they're in the wrong
Category?
Category.
This we can't put this in the cooking category?
Hey, oh, you can cook up some shit.
Cooking up some trolls. Cooking up some trolls. Yeah, please call in and tell me how you're held down. Call in and give us your excuse. Like me.
Hey, Johnny, did you get through all these earlier?
Nope. The last one I had up there was the that one of them. It wasn't that one. But I did show that picture of him bug-eyed like that.
No, he looks like he's hopped up on some shit.
He looks just like de Blasio's daughter. Remember her?
Oh, yeah.
Up in New York? She had the bug-eyed thing.
Hey, look, they added more to it. Look at that. 4 hours ago, they added another one.
Oh yeah, well I didn't talk about none of them. We could talk about the politicians that are the world leaders that are stepping down. Yeah, let's pull that up and talk about the world leaders that are stepping down.
1 second, I'll get through there. Oh shit, fine. My bad. We're back now. Hello everyone, we're fixed now, and we're back.
Robert said he's over here to pick up chicks.
Tell them we're back.
We're back. Hey, how y'all doing? What's up? I'm so dizzy, my heart's spinning.
We're gonna do a longer show today, right, Jamie?
No.
Just a little bit on YouTube.
Yeah, no.
That's fine.
Yeah.
30 minutes longer, Jamie.
Yeah. How much time we been on here?
Fine.
We've been on here 2.5 hours.
Only 3 minutes, Jamie.
We've been on here 2.5 hours, Jason.
You have more issues on YouTube today than you did
I know, on Facebook. But Facebook, we've been on here 2.5 hours over there.
Yeah, but Facebook doesn't pay for your time.
I know it don't. So yeah, we might stay on YouTube a little bit longer. Facebook don't give us no money. Facebook just be working me like a slave, not paying me no money.
Okay. Now there we go. You want to test this?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hey, let me go in here and fix this 1 minute.
Yeah, fix that right quick.
So,
hold on a minute. Let me get it. Yeah, get that off there. Why is that popping up? That never popped.
You're signed in. So if you sign out, you use this one. Right. Make sure you shit on that. Let me get this one.
Also breaking Trump is what? Oh, the collusion hoax. Russia collusion hoax. Trump's done dropped all that shit too. Trump's declassing everything. Trump, y'all gonna get him out? He's going out with a bang. Look at all this dirt I got. He's gonna just sling it all over the place. Let y'all look at it and see how great your politicians are.
I'm gonna turn this off for now. Is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna see if it shows it. Let me see. I don't think it will. Let's see. Oh, it does.
It does. See, it's never did that before.
Yeah, it's because you're logged in. So let me log back in and clear it. So it won't take you a second.
Well, I got plenty of stuff I can talk about while you
do
it.
You got your phone? Can you tap yes on your phone? Oh shit.
Hold on. Yeah, I can. Hold on.
All
right, got it.
Open the Gmail, tap it.
I did it.
You gotta do it again. Here you
go. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we go in here and clear this out, and then we be good.
Jennifer Scoville is watching. How you doing there, Jennifer? Going over to the YouTube channel, click like and subscribe. Jamie Chapman. We talk about what's going on in the news every day, 7 days a week. And then we also game. We play Call of Duty. All the time. And we are starting up regiments on there. If you got a loved one or you yourself likes to play Call of Duty, come on and join our regiment. Now, this is the requirements. You can't be doing no racist bullshit. You can't be cussing up a storm. You can't be yelling at kids, because we got kids that come on there and play. And you need a microphone, a headset and a microphone, so you can communicate with your teammates. Look at that big, beautiful bald head right there, boy. Look at it. Oh, it's smooth, too. Now, I do need to shave tonight because the stubble's coming out. My fro's coming back in. Now, as long as I keep it shaved like this, my fro don't get out there. Now, I used to be shaking it like that, and it'd be just wiggling. It'd be like bobbing like this when I shake my head. My fro would. And I could get it going like, what was that song? What you call it saying? With my hair back and forth, with my hair back and forth.
Fucking Willow.
Who was that? That's Will Smith's daughter?
Yeah, Will Smith's daughter.
Yeah. And when that song come out, I had my throw like that, and I did my hair back and forth like that. My hair was whipping back and forth. I thought she wrote that song for me. I dip tobacco.
Let me tell the people something.
APN.
We have about 50, maybe 60 messages right now. So if we don't make it through your message, that's why. If you make a post to YouTube and tell us you send us something, I try to get through that message, because that's the only way I can see it. But if you don't tell me, then I can't see it. So therefore, I can't go through over 50, 60 unopened messages. So some of y'all say, oh, we never read the messages. That's because we have 50 or 60.
We try to. We try to, and I do try to play the videos y'all send me. But when I get a video and we're playing it, and then somebody calls in and interrupts it, and it just pushes everything back like that.
Yeah. So if you see,
hey, Kevin Collins says this old bastard is boring. Well, take your young ass on down the road there, Kevin. See ya. Kick rocks, bitch. This old bastard's boring. Ain't what your mama said last night.
Hey,
go ask your mama how boring I was it?
You don't like old dirty bastard?
ODB, baby.
Damn right. Whoop, whoop.
Blade A Mac to Yeron says, laughing my ass hard to hide your racism, huh? You crackers? Yeah, it's hard to hide your racism there. You calling people cracker. Blade.
Hey, Ritz is his favorite cracker.
Yeah. Put this saltine in your mouth, buddy. Tell me how salty it is. Bailey wants to marry me. No, Bailey, I'm not getting married again. Now, we could bump uglies all night long, but we ain't getting married. I ain't doing that again. Hell no. I learned my lesson.
Danny, breaking news.
Trump has signed into law H.R. 221, the special envoy to monitor and combat all anti-Semitism act, which evaluates the special envoy for monitoring and combating anti-Semitism. I don't know what the hell that's for.
That's another way of saying that he signed in the bill into law to keep trials.
people
Trump
from
supporters attacking
the Jews.
No, it's just in general. Anybody that attacks somebody based on race, all that stuff.
All right.
Anti-Semitism.
He signed that in today.
Anti-white, like anybody that's like considered a white nationalist that does a crime can be thrown under that anti-Semitism.
Another hate crime law.
Yeah.
What's that right there? Social media influencers are among the first in line for coronavirus vaccines in Indonesia as part of the government strategy to tackle vaccine skepticism. So they're bringing out. It's like bringing in your Hollywood elites and letting them get the shot first, so you'll think it's safe. Come on. Well, what's wrong with that celebrity over there? Why is he frothing at the mouth?
Yeah, but why should them damn internet stars need shit? They never leave their bedroom. You never leave yours.
Yeah, I don't never get out in public.
Yeah.
Ashley Minix Howard, no shooting deers unless you're hungry. What'd that say about his dog?
Oh, he adopted a dog.
Did he adopt a German Shepherd?
I don't know what the hell he drew. Fucking what he adopted. I don't keep up with this thing. Look at that. Look how widescreen. How much wider.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
See, I fixed that. Let's see what else I got.
Can't see the camera right here though. It's just off screen. This other camera's just off screen.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's just you can't see it on that screen. And look,
you got that light on it?
Yeah, it's on. The light's on. Oh, I ain't getting too much of a glare off my forehead, Emma. No. Oh, that's coming from the top light up there.
You should have put it like right in front, like right behind. If you could get the camera over, like right behind it where it comes over like this.
Yeah.
Like where the light's pointing.
Put it on the side. Are you talking about the camera? Or the light?
The light bulb. You need to look straight into the circle in the middle of it.
Oh. What does that make? Does that make my eyes sparkle?
Yeah.
Oh.
It'll make them look like you've got some really bright eyes.
Ting, ting.
Your eyes will be glowing.
Hell yeah. Trump lost what? He ain't going nowhere, Jasmine. He ain't lost nothing. You ain't paying attention, girl. Pay attention. You might learn something.
I'm trying to see if they release those files real quick. Let's see.
Betty White turns 99 on Sunday. 99.
Yeah.
She's one of them golden, wasn't it? Was it Golden Girls?
Mm-hmm. Sure was. Yeah, did you see this last night?
What is it?
Oh, I thought this only happened in comedy.
Oh yeah, the bus that fell over the damn thing.
Yeah.
Dangling from an overpass. Where's that, in New York?
Yeah.
Bus dangling 50 feet over and over.
Now we gotta let y'all see some stuff.
Yeah, we'll let y'all look at it. Uh-oh.
Nope, y'all ain't seeing nothing right now. That's what I was trying to check too.
Yeah. I'd have been all over that, Drizzy.
There we go.
Oh, yes.
Pull this out. 1 minute.
Bus is hanging over and over. The front of a New York bus fell 50 feet, leaving half the bus dangling from an overpass above the Cross Bronx Expressway on Thursday, with frightened passengers trapped inside. Now, that'll be scary as hell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like some Final Destination shit. I was just waiting for Spider-Man to come save him.
Yeah. Everybody, and people, look, that's one of the things that always bother me, at like Six Flags and stuff like that, amusement parks, the rides that get stuck. They always get stuck in the worst place, way at the top. And then they got to go up there and escort everybody off. They got to put on harnesses and shit and clip in.
I've GOP Rep Green to introduce articles of impeachment against Joe Biden on January 23rd.
Oh, yeah, that's that girl from Georgia. That's that blonde-headed girl from Georgia.
Copy there. Let's close these out. That's why it was showing that. That's what the problem was. That's the problem. Let's test this and see if this shows up one more time. 1 minute, okay?
All right.
Of the American.
Oh, that's her. Taylor Marjorie Taylor Greene, representative from Georgia.
1 minute, we'll pull it back. We just got to wait a minute.
Gibson, what'd you send me to play?
See, why is it opening a new one?
I don't know.
It should be opening a new one. It should be opening in a new tab. You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So, 1 minute. That may have been on my screen, damn it. Okay, now we can go back. Alright, so let's see. Camera pointer. Let's see. Okay, wait a minute. Shit. I jumped it. Alright, now camera pointer. Okay. Looks good to me.
Lane, send a video.
All right.
Let's play
And
that.
people, we have to make sure that our leaders are held
that's good.
accountable.
That's good.
We cannot have a president of the United States that is willing to abuse the power of the office of the presidency and be easily bought off by foreign governments, foreign Chinese energy companies, Ukrainian energy companies. So on January 21st, I will be filing articles of impeachment on Joe Biden.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Articles of impeachment on Joe Biden on his first full day as president. I'm looking at Hunter Biden right now, so we're talking about Joe. Obviously, we know Hunter's got issues as well. How is that going to work?
Guy.
You are a freshman. You're in the minority. What will happen next? Is this symbolic, or can you really do something about this?
Well, like I said, I'm a big believer in having people in office that are actually willing to do the job. And I can't imagine people in this country being so fearful of the future of a Biden presidency that they may be willing to commit violence like they did in the Capitol here in Washington, D.C. We cannot have that. I do not condone that violence. The American people need hope. They need to know that there are Republicans in Congress that are willing to stand up and fight for them, regardless of being in a minority, regardless of having all odds against us, against me, or against anyone in Congress. We have to hold people accountable. Joe Biden is on record on the phone saying that he would withhold $1 billion of foreign aid if he didn't get his way with these deals with his son Hunter. And there's an ongoing investigation with Hunter Biden's laptop into being bought and paid for by communist Chinese energy companies. This is a dangerous threat to our country when we have a man that will be holding the power of the presidency, but will so easily and is on record for abusing power.
We're going to play that phone call. I'm going to actually make an arrangement to get it in a moment. But while we do that, I want to ask you, and I'm going to just play devil's advocate for a moment. I'm, with you on Joe Biden. His corruption, well, it looks very corrupt. Let's face it. It hasn't been proven 1,000%, but I think it looks very bad and warrants further investigation, definitely. But you just said a moment ago, you didn't go to Congress for this kind of thing. A lot of us are frustrated. I know a lot of the American people are frustrated about COVID relief, and, there are other pressing matters. What do you say to that? That perhaps, we don't need yet another impeachment right after this one, 3 in a year and a half. Maybe let this one.
And we're seeing indications that law enforcement officers, both former and current, have been off duty and participating in this riot activity. And I think, as we said earlier, we don't care what your profession is, who you are, who you're affiliated with. If you are conducting or engaged in criminal activity, we will charge you and you will be arrested. And that's exactly what we're doing. For example, yesterday, 2 off-duty Rocky Mount, Virginia police officers were charged federally and arrested in participation in the rioting at the Capitol. Another case of interest that also came up was Robert Stanford out of Pennsylvania. Again, I think this is another case, the height of hypocrisy. Mr. Stanford is a retired firefighter, and he was charged with a federal felony with attacking NPD officers. He actually threw a fire extinguisher at them and hit one in the head. Now, there's some confusion. This is unrelated to the death of the CP officer that died, unfortunately, during these riots. But again, this is just another indication of our aggressiveness to try to find and charge immediately the most egregious actors.
Yeah, we're good.
You do the
a final
mic
note
over
here
on the
before I
other
turn it
side.
over to my colleagues. We believe, and we're hopeful,
Hello?
and we believe that these cases are having impact. Over the past few days, we've had several people, given the way we're charging these cases and what we're charging them with, these federal felonies, have self-reported and turned themselves in with the
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm calling.
Turn it down in the background because you got.
From Illinois. I want to say fuck you and fuck Trump, you bitch.
All right, put your shoes on when you do it, though, girl, because it's an all-day job and you got to work for this dick. Yeah, you do. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is the best rapper in the world.
This is the best rapper in the world?
The best.
Okay, what's up? Huh?
Me.
Okay, what's up?
Am I here too early? I'm a time traveler too. Am I here too early?
No, you're right on time.
Right on time?
Yeah.
I thought so. Well, I was calling because I got a couple of different things I'd like to talk to you about. I was actually in D.C.
You was up there on the 6th?
I was there, personally.
All right, so what happened up there?
Well, before we get to that, I want everyone to blow up the hearts, no matter what side you think you're on. Let's just have some unity. I know there's a lot of trolls in the group or in the live feed.
Oh, we love the trolls.
How about let's just blow up the hearts for America? Let's start there. And I want to go ahead and tell you guys that since I'm a time traveler, there's actually on FanDuel, you can bet your first $1,000 is no risk. And so if you go bet $1,000 on the Buccaneers to win the Super Bowl, you'll win $8,000 back, and it's at no risk. So that's my way to help stimulate humanity, if you will.
Okay, that's nice.
Like I said, I'm a time traveler. I know the Bucs are going to win, and it's risk-free anyway.
So you're a time traveler?
Yeah, that's why I'm the best rapper in the world, is because I'm a time traveler.
Okay, and what's your rap name?
MK Ultra. Have you ever heard of it?
Yes, I have.
Yep.
I've heard a lot of people use that moniker, best rapper in the world.
Oh, well, no. I got the website.
Oh, okay.
BestRapperInTheWorld.com, so it's definitely, they're just trying to steal my swag.
Yeah, they're trying to steal your shine. Don't let them do that. So you say the Buccaneers are going to win the Super Bowl?
Buccaneers definitely going to win the Super Bowl.
Well, let us know. Is Donald Trump going to be the president?
Oh, now you're asking me to not play fair. You know what I mean? Did they blow up the hearts at least? Did they blow up the hearts for America?
Let's see some hearts out there, folks.
Holy. You want me to tell you how this is going to end and they're not even hitting the heart?
Yeah, they won't even tell you to. Oh, yes. Now, yes, there goes some hearts. Oh, yes.
There goes some hearts. Yeah, hearts for America.
Oh, I see hearts everywhere
really,
now.
I'll just tell you what this is all about. This is all about divide and conquer. And we see it in these live feeds. It's to get people fighting, arguing about stuff that we're arguing and fighting with each other, and we're forgetting who we're upset about because some guy over here said something that is obviously way left field. And this is all about divide and conquer. Like I said, I was in D.C., and it was like a Tom Petty concert until the crisis acting started. Once the crisis acting started, then there was maybe like 30 minutes of somewhat hecticness, but that's not the main energy of the event or the people that were there. It was like a Tom Petty concert. Everybody was loving and happy to be there. I did spot a couple different. I spotted a dude that wearing brand new clothes that said he wasn't wearing brand new clothes and he was only wearing his clothes to try to fit in, and he didn't fit in. And so, I mean, there was a couple different situations like that. But I mean, for 99.9% of the people that were there, it was just good Americans that were trying to show their frustration of where America they feel is heading. You know what I mean? And it's where this is all about divide and conquer. What we really need to do is unify, and that's why it's important to blow the hearts up for our country, because we're all, you know, I mean, I don't know where anybody's planning on running to a different country, but I don't really want to run to a different country. So basically,
what country would you run to?
And yeah, where exactly would you run to anyway? So I mean, basically, we're stuck here
and we need to learn to get along. But also, I mean, this is all pushed by the media. We didn't have a problem getting along 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
No.
And so it's all by design. And that's what people need to understand. This is all by design to get you and your feelings so that you get, honestly, you get selfish and only care about yourselves and what you think is going to happen to you versus what our country is doing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you personally. I'm saying as a group of where we're at in America. And we need to really rethink that because, if not, they're going to fuck us off one by one. And it's, there's an old saying that's where they came for my neighbor and I didn't stand for him. They came for my other neighbor and I didn't stand with him. And then when they came for me, there was nobody to stand with me.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. They're trying to take out people on the right now.
Well, but it's all by design. They've been doing that on the left. Now they're going to do it on the right.
When did they ever try to take out somebody on the left?
But what are they not talking about? That's what we need to really focus on because we understand what they're trying to do with this. What are they not talking about? They're not talking about how possibly we could be forced vaccinated.
Oh, yeah.
And where that needs to be a huge issue for all of us, whether what side are you on or not. It should be freedom of choice.
Well, that's where I fall back on that argument of my body, my choice.
Right, and it's where that's something that, all this is to get people fired up about that, why they're sneaking in all this medical stuff that we really don't necessarily want, and it's on both sides.
So do you see what's going on with the Dutch government's resigned, Angela Merkel stepping down, Italian government's messed up, Obamagate's being declassified?
I've seen some stuff on that, but it's where, in the end, is there something that's really going to happen, or is it just going to be like other stuff that never happens? You know what I mean? Like, it's brought up, but it's not something that makes a huge difference or impact, and we're still stuck here doing the same things that we're
doing. They never follow through with it.
Right.
Yeah, so I hope it's not that.
And it's where, and I've been telling people with Q and stuff this whole time of, like, no one's going to save us but us. And so there's people on the left paradigm or right paradigm. I hate all politicians. I think that they're all trying to screw us.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
In some way or form, shape or form. It's where it's more about their agenda and what they can do for them versus the people. I think we'd be better off to have plumbers and electricians and nurses being politicians at this point.
Or shopkeepers.
Or shopkeeper, anybody, you know what I mean, at this point versus who's in there. Because it's come to a point of where it's like the Hunger Games. You know what I mean? Like, we truly are the peasants. The people that are enslaved the easiest are the people that don't know they're slaves. Wake up, because we're all slaves.
So what do you think? Do you think the plan is real?
Q's plan?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Here's the thing of, like, if we have all this information, there's no way that others don't have this information. You know what I mean? Like, and others in prominent places. We don't need, we don't even need to have a president that we all agree on or that is the hero. What we need is one good judge that can put a RICO on all these guys, because they did RICO to take out the competition. Remember, a RICO is like a conspiracy to commit organized crime, so they go after gangs and anything involved with it, basically is under the RICO Act. Well, this is the same thing.
Yeah, this is just another mob. This is another mob that's committing crimes, but they're doing it under the guise of being elected officials.
Right. And it's a RICO Act. Even the people that aren't politicians, you know what I mean? As far as doctors or, big software companies and things like that that are involved with it, if it's to the detriment of the people and was conspired upon, they all fall under a RICO. So we don't need a hero as a president. We don't need a hero as a senator or a hero as a Speaker of the House or any of that. We need one hero judge in America. One. Out of one district. One. That's it. Because it says, or one prosecutor in one district that says, no, this is a RICO Act and this big time.
Yeah, but I don't think we have that. I think they're all corrupt.
Well, they are because of secret societies. If you remember, JFK said, in an open and free society, there's no room for secret societies. Well, when I was in Washington, it all looks like Fraternity Row. What I mean by that is it all looks like secret societies everywhere you go.
Yeah. They all got their individual. They all got their individual dorms.
In the know.
Oh, you busting out a rhyme?
In the know stuff. That's how I can tell you the Bucks are going to win, because I can understand symbolism and how they put stuff out. But the occult cannot work without putting information out, and that way, in future years, when humanity looks like the Hunger Games, they could see we had to step in and intervene because this is how bad we told these people that this was happening, and they still didn't stop it.
But you're talking about, it looks like Fraternity Row up there. You're talking about because all of them's got their own. They all got their own dorms, and they all got their own members tied into it.
Yeah, they're all old historic mansions in a lot of the areas, and here's something I stumbled across in D.C. that most people don't know, and doesn't even know exists, and I just happened to stumble across it. And it's called the Meridian Group International. And there's two mansions. The Meridian Group used to own 800 acres in Washington, and this building was built by Henry White, I believe, was his name. And he was I believe, a vice president. He was a very well-known diplomat and ambassador to Italy and France. And he started the very, very first version of the Council on Foreign Relations. He then sold that house to the guy that owned the Washington Post with the last name of Mayer. He was on, I believe, Herbert Hoover's presidential team. This white character was on, I think, Roosevelt's vice presidency. And so Mayer owned this set of mansions, and then he sold it to a nonprofit. And these buildings are said to be priceless, these mansions. And so the Meridian Group International, you can look it up. It's a nonprofit. We happened to run into construction workers outside that told us that they went in and did a tour of the place, and it's very old world and very high end. And they said a nonprofit owns it. And we're like, well, what's a nonprofit doing with these mansions in D.C.? You know what I mean? Like, how does a nonprofit? I run a nonprofit finding missing people, and I don't even have my own mansion, let alone a mansion just for my nonprofit, with buildings said to be priceless.
Why would they say they're priceless?
So this nonprofit is called the Meridian Group International, and what they do, and also the mayor guy that was an owner that sold it to these people was a guy that helped make the Council on Foreign Relations. And so this nonprofit that he sold it to, what they do is they organize all of the world's diplomats. So it kind of sounds like this nonprofit, I mean, you have to have a board to have a nonprofit, and so this nonprofit organizes the world's diplomats. That kind of, to me, sounds like the UN, but it's not the UN. It's just these two little mansions.
All right.
Are you following me?
Yeah.
Let me break it down for the people that can't follow. Okay? So the UN would be powers that people think that run the world. But when you have organizations that are organizing the world's diplomats, basically in their own name, they say that they are the puppet master of the world's diplomats. They're the chess maker. They're the ones that are controlling the game for the world's diplomats because they're the ones that organizes the whole game. And DC is a strange place. You'll stumble across different things, and if you really research them, and if you're a time traveler and you show up at the right time and happen to run into some construction workers that give you a little bit of insight, you will look at the world a little bit differently. Also, when I've traveled all over the country, and there's big high-rise buildings everywhere. When you go to Washington, it's kind of small, and you really understand how consolidated the power is there.
Okay.
So did I blow everybody's mind with that one? Blow the hearts up for America.
Blow the hearts up for America now. That small American flag is pissing you off? I don't care. Sorry about it.
So there's
that's for my tiny friends that come in here at nighttime and clean up. They're tiny. They come in through the vents and they clean up in here at night. That's their flag. It's huge to them. That flag up there is like you're looking at the flag out here on 75 hanging out there in McDonald down there, big ass flag. Go ahead. Somebody got pissed off in the comments.
So I don't want to give everybody information overload. I just want to give them the facts and then bounce so that they're questioning what's going on, and maybe they'll research it a little bit on their own.
No, we're just trying to figure out if they're going to lock up people on the 20th.
Oh, if you think they're going to arrest politicians on the 20th?
Yeah, because that's what, the 18 minus 1 thing said the first arrest will shock the world.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But it didn't say the first person arrested. It said the first arrest. And what I got to thinking on the way up here is I said, what if they arrested everybody at one time? That would shock the world.
Well, I think there's something big that's going to happen on the 19th. I've been saying that for a while. I think that there's something that's big that's going to happen. I think that they had to do the crisis actor situation at the Capitol last time to make it more fortified and to have a reason to. Because if they just basically called in 20,000 National Guard to Washington for the inauguration and started building, fences like they are around, these places, people would really start to question what's going on. So they had to create a problem and offer the solution, just like they always do. Problem, solution, right?
Well, that's what they do. They cause chaos and they say, I can fix that.
Right. And so that was just a means to end to get the security there for something, I feel. You know what I mean? Like, there's definitely, and here's the thing is, like, I follow a lot of people like yourself and on both the right and left paradigm. And I keep seeing the news talk about, all these armed protests, and it's going to be, they're calling for armed protests during the inauguration. Well, I'm in all these different live feeds, and on both sides, and I've never not once seen it, but I see it on the news, and that's because the news is pre-programming people to think, okay, it's going to get crazy, so that when they have another crisis actor situation, people will believe it. Well, yeah. They've been talking for weeks. It's going to get crazy. They was right.
Well, that's what I've been telling people. I said, you're a fool if you show up at a Capitol with a gun on Inauguration Day. You're dumb as hell. I think they're setting you up. They're getting ahead of the story. They're laying the groundwork for what they're going to try.
Oh, I would go back. I would go back to Washington for the inauguration.
Well, no, I'm talking about with a weapon.
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. That wouldn't be smart.
Well, that's what I'm telling these. They're saying they're going to be doing it at all 50 state capitals. People are going to show up with their guns and protest. Well, I wouldn't do that. It sounds like to me they're setting your ass up to be part of something. I call them French fries. You can't say the other word.
That's another thing with D.C. is with 20,000 troops in D.C., there's definitely a way to funnel people in and then cause checkpoints to get out.
So why do you think why are they bringing all these troops up there if it's going to be a virtual inauguration?
Because it's still where people, as a virtual thing, I mean, they vote in there and people still show up and protest. I mean, usually protests are outside buildings that people are inside doing something. What's the difference of that? You know what I mean? But I think that it's almost like you're saying, and that's how I felt the last time I went there. Even really was, it's somewhat of a trap, but it's also to panic people and scare them not to go, so that you have to take their word for however crazy it is.
Yeah. I don't know. We live in some crazy times, man. I think we're all being deceived.
I mean, if it's where I'll just be honest, the people that helped send me last time, they didn't want to go themselves because they were worried that maybe something were to happen. And so with that, it's where, but if you don't see it with your own eyes, then you're just left to other people's, it's a telephone game that changes as it goes.
Well, yeah, I checked out some of your music after the last time you called. Drizzy hooked me up with some of your music. You got some pretty good stuff on there. I have to give you that.
Thank you. That's why I'm the best. Talks about real issues. I hit them face first, and I feel like it's up to artists and influencers and entertainers to question society as we're going down the wrong path. And I think that my vision of the wrong path might be different than what everybody else's vision of the wrong path is, or what they think that we're doing. But I don't think that any of us want any version of those visions. You know what I mean? Like, we just, for the most part, people just want to be free and left alone. Like, let us just go to work and do our job and enjoy our family and leave us alone.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm in favor of. You know, I don't need the government telling me shit. I'm grown. I don't need you telling me, I know the laws that I'm not supposed to be breaking. I don't need you telling me how to spend my money. I don't need you telling me I need to get vaccinated for some virus that's got a 98% survival rate. No, I don't need that. Now, if I seen dead people stacked up because I ride like an hour back and forth to work, and if I was to be passing by dead bodies everywhere, I'd go, damn, I need a virus shot. Something ain't right. But I don't see that. And I don't see...
I really don't think there's 8 billion people on the planet. I've been all over, and it's where, even if it's big cities, it's still kind of small communities within those big cities.
The most people I've seen together at one time would be New York City and Amsterdam. And this is just being on the street, seeing that many people crowded together at one time. Like Times Square. But this is a big, big planet. It's huge. I think it's huge. And we got people living in these dense populations. But there's a bunch of places that people ain't been.
Right. Well, it is. It is huge. But I just don't see from traveling, I just don't see the numbers that are 8 billion. I mean, I haven't been overseas, I guess, but I mean, I've been to a lot of U.S. cities and states. And,
yeah. Well, we only have 360 million people in America.
Right.
China's supposed to have, I don't know how many billion. India's got billions.
Well, they say that, but is there really,
Well, yeah, well, there again, I'm taking their word for it.
Right.
And I shouldn't be, because they lie to us all the time.
And that's one thing that Elon Musk says, that we're basically living in a virtual reality, and I would have to agree, but more than what people think. It's not a video game. What makes it a virtual reality is the same way I can tell you the Bucks are going to win the Super Bowl. Is there's things that are pre-designed to be a certain way, and there's things in the media attention spans that make us move and react to certain different things. You know, I mean, basically, we're, as a species, we're very easy to manipulate. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only way I could really communicate that, is that it's easy to manipulate us. So if you have a crisis actor scene or situation, or, you know, a situation even like 9/11, right? It's where it's very easy to manipulate us. After a while, we catch on and be like, whoa, you know, you gotta, you know what I mean? Like, but it's hard to do that right off of, like, in instant time. And we're getting better as a society to be able to, and it's because of all the information, but it also kind of hurts us somewhat because it's just information overload. And some people can't handle that. Some people are really good with it. Some people just can't handle it.
Well, that's what, like with the 9/11 thing. I remember when that happened. You know, you remember where you were at when certain things like that, something big like that happens. And looking back on it, it was easily for them to manipulate us and tell us there were planes. You know, I seen it on TV. I didn't see it in person. But it would be easy for them to say, oh, somebody flew a plane into the building, because they could CGI and put it in there and show you on TV that that's what happened. But of course, you know, I watched King Kong the other night, and King Kong was smacking helicopters out of the air. Is that real? It's a movie. So you don't know what these people are telling you and what to believe when you...
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is, if you can change the perception of reality, is because it's all a movie. For the last 5 years, I've said he's going to win the Super Bowl. How is that possible?
Because you're a time traveler.
Well, I agree with that. I'm not really a time traveler. I just understand the world at a different level. So it makes it easy to predict the future when you understand the code that the world is ran by.
Yeah. So are you into gematria and all that?
That's how I predicted a lot of those Super Bowls, actually.
It's from the gematria.
Mm-hmm.
And that is part of their thing. Everything has to be done like that, and everything has to be shown to people in movies.
The cipher, the English language is also. I mean, what do you do when you conversate or when you talk to someone or text someone? You spell. So we are constantly, our whole world was made on casting spells. You know what I mean? Like in every language. As we talk, there's more words that are very just how they all go together, almost like gematria, right? You know what I mean? Like it's almost too perfect to not just be all coincidental, too ironic.
Yeah, there's a guy that does that, and I'm sure you probably seen. I can't think of the guy's name, but he does a lot of gematria things. And he breaks things down. He does it a lot with rappers that get killed and things like that.
Yep.
And I can't think of his name. He does a lot of videos on YouTube though about it. Where he breaks. Who?
Dabo 7, I think. Maybe one of them.
That might be him, but he breaks everything down and lays this shit out.
That guy's pretty good. If you guys get a chance to watch him, or check out his videos, he's really good with. Or Jason A is another good one.
Well, this is a black-headed guy, but he breaks down the numbers and he talks about murder and what number that is in gematria. But there's supposed to be 4 different types of gematria, if I'm following him correctly.
Right.
You know, there's forward, backwards. Hebrew, and there's one other gematria. But this is all supposed to be put into place by the Jesuits. I don't know. But I do.
How could you get the make codes like that?
How could you?
Yeah, how could you? I mean, what would that take?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? The first Super Bowl that I predicted was off of a biker shooting in Denver, Colorado, the year that Peyton Manning won for the Denver Broncos. And there was a biker shooting in Denver 2 weeks beforehand. And so how I predicted this year was early in 2020, before the football season even started, Tom Brady got switched from the Patriots. The All-American boy got switched from being a Patriot to a Pirate in the year of 2020. And I said, that's symbolism. You know what I mean? Like, we're going from the year of the Patriot to the Pirate. And I even said that. We're in the year of the Pirate. And so, if you remember, at the Capitol, this guy shows up, right? What is he? A Viking. A Viking is a pirate. And the Vikings can't be in the Super Bowl, so the only other pirate team is the Buccaneers. And also, the Buccaneers, if you look up 2020's biggest officiating mishaps or controversies or whatever, and I don't even watch football. I haven't watched a game in like 5 years. I haven't watched the Super Bowl, even though I've predicted every year.
Have you made any money on it?
No, I don't bet on it, but I tell other people that they can bet on it. And this year I found out a way that people can bet $1,000 risk and get $8,000 in return if they do it by the 18th or 16th, which is tomorrow.
How do you do that?
So FanDuel has your first bet can be $1,000 that is no risk. So if you lose, they give you your $1,000 back. A way of kind of getting you into doing sports bets, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm anti-betting and things like that. I never bet with my picks. It's not why I do it. But they have $1,000 that is non-risk for your first bet. So you put $1,000 on the Buccaneers, even if they lose, which they're not going to, then you're going to get your $1,000 back because FanDuel has this promo going. And when they do win, you're going to get $8,000 in return. So you're going to make $7,000. But you got to do it by tomorrow. If not, then it'll probably be like $5,000 after they beat the Saints.
The Saints. Buccaneers beating the Saints.
The Buccaneers will beat the Saints because they have to beat the Saints. So even in this officiating video, the commentators are calling it a conspiracy. Because they're like, that's definitely not a first down, and they gave him a first down. This sounds like a conspiracy and stuff. It's predictive programming. They had to have that first down so that they could win. So when you understand the world at a different level, these things pop out at you. I don't even watch football, but somehow I saw this officiating video. Nobody sent it to me or anything like that. Just YouTube decided to put it up for me to see as a next video. How ironic.
Yeah. How do they know what we need to see?
How do they what?
How do they know what we need to see? You know, how do they know what they need to show us?
Remember what you posted last 4th of July?
What was it?
Well, I'm asking you.
No.
Hey, they do.
Oh, yeah, they do. Now, I'd have to go back to the last 4th of July and pull it up to see what I posted.
Right. Well, they can just look at a graph and be instantly there. I mean, it's kind of like there's a movie called God's Eye, where you have everybody's information and you could go back in time somewhat. That technology is basically here.
What about the looking glass?
I'm not familiar with that.
You ain't never heard of the looking glass? It's supposed to be a machine where you could see the future, but you couldn't interfere with it. But you could see it and then adjust what you're doing today to change it.
Well, that's kind of what I do. I can't change the future. I mean, I can try by the things that I see and I could try to make a difference by being the best rapper in the world and, you know, gain people's knowledge around the world and, you know, be a part of it. But I can't necessarily be the one that, like, flips the switch to change the world, if that makes sense. And so if you understand the world, that's possible. There's also the CIA worked on a program that had to do with remote viewing, which possibly could be a way of doing that. Also, Albert Einstein supposedly time traveled a ship. You know, so there's definitely more technology that is out in the world than what we know of and have access to. I mean, there's cars that can run on water.
There's what? There's what?
There's cars that run on water.
Oh yeah, there's powered by water.
You know, there's really free energy. I've got a free energy invention that would change the world. But it's where, I mean, I'm fighting the gas companies, power companies, and what truly would make someone free. Okay, well, you can have all the freedom in the world, but if you don't have your water and your power on, I mean, they could take your kids and condemn your house or whatever. And so the only true freedom is energy independence. And that's something that they fear, and that's why they didn't like Tesla, because his system was free for everyone. You know, they had to go with a landline system. That way they could charge people. And if you have free power, now you have access to free power, and it changes the world completely. As far as one thing that people don't have to worry about as much, but can still produce and create and do all kinds of different things, and not have to be enslaved by a power company or water company or whatnot.
Yeah, they don't want you having all that because it generates so much money for them.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Well, that's what they're talking about. That things are supposed to be revealed. Technologies are supposed to be revealed when the bad guys are locked up. The ones that's been the cabal that have been keeping everybody slaves to the system.
Well, I mean, that is I look at it as a fork in the road. And humanity is at a fork in the road. And it's whether it's good versus evil, and I don't even mean to say it for like right versus left, you know what I mean? But that's kind of what it's turned into. And that has nothing to do with the good versus evil in any order. I'm just saying we're at a fork in the road as far as we have two roads to go down. We can go down the free energy road and have it where people have true freedom and love, compassion, and everything they could ever want in the world. For not just them, but future generations. And I think that we had to come to this fork in the road to get to this point. Because I've been doing this for 8 years, and for the first 7 years, people thought I was crazy. And as soon as this pandemic happened, it was like, oh my God, you predicted all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like you called this, it's in your lyrics, and it's exactly how you called it. And so I've had more faith in the last year because so many more people are awakening at light speed. And the issue is that there's information overload, and are they getting the right information? And so we're at this fork in the road, and the only thing that can change that fork, because we're veering off to the evil side, the only thing that can change that fork is us, the people, and how we go down in history for future generations. You know, will it be our future generations be in Hunger Games type world with camps and so much enslavement that, I mean, is compared to enslavement of past generations or whatnot is easy compared to what it could be. Or is it where people stand up and come together and say, you know what, we've had enough, and we're not going to allow this for not just ourselves, but for humanity and future generations. And we're really at that point. I mean, this has been a plan that's taking a long time. mean, people have put their lives into making this plan happen, and that's why we're here today. And it's going to take the same thing as people dedicating their lives to putting out information and combating it in any non-violent way that they can.
Yeah, but what do you do if you can't get things done in a non-violent way?
If it comes to the point of where it can't be done with non-violence,
yeah.
Well, they just didn't preach the president for not even pushing violence, so I really want to be careful with what I say about pushing violence. But it comes down to the people. It comes down to the people. Is it worth it to the people to become violent to save that or not?
Well, I think that's where we're at.
And here's what I can say, though.
That we've tried everything. We've went to the courts.
In every big disaster. I mean, I've been in car wrecks to a lot of just crazy situations and looking for missing people to just a lot of strange situations in my life. And what I can say is when something crazy happens and people's lives are at stake, race, how much money's in your pocket, and all these other issues go out the window. It's out the window. People come together for the most part, and they try to help each other survive. And that's the thing that gives me faith in humanity or America, is that we always do that. Whenever, if it's an earthquake, any, 9/11, for instance, you know what I mean? People weren't like, oh, I'm not helping that guy, he's not the same race as me. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how we react when shit really hits the fan. And so a lot of these subjects can be scary, but have faith in humanity stronger than that. We're all here for a reason.
Well, did you hear this guitarist died, Sylvan?
What's that?
Sylvan, the New York Dolls guitarist died. 69.
Okay.
I think there's been so many celebrities that have died in these 4 years that Trump's there, and I believe in the where they do spells and because I believe in God and the devil, and I think they're using these deaths as a way to appease demons, to keep people under the spell that they're cast under. And they're calling in their markers on all of these people that have sold their souls to keep the people hypnotized or under the spell of what's going on, so they don't wake up to what's really happening. I think we've had more celebrities die in these 4 years with Trump in office than any other time.
I don't know. There's always a lot of celebrities that die, and typically they die in mysterious ways, which is strange. And so I look at it as, if celebrities and musicians can influence the world for bad, then they can also use the world for good. And I used to look at it as it's all organized, everybody's in on it. And me being in the music industry and meeting a lot of people, is I could say there's a lot of good people that understand that it's a very occult-like industry, but they are Christian people trying to change it from within. And so it's almost like a silent war that people don't understand has been going on for years, maybe decades.
Well, so you're in the industry. Are you independent?
I'm independent, but I've met a lot of really big names and big people through my connections and networking and things like that.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of big shows. I've been to a lot of. I've been very fortunate, really, with that. And 90% of the people are really good people.
Even the ones that have made it,
even the ones that have made it,
that are superstars.
I've met Post Malone and been to his house, and he's the most humble, amazing human being I've ever met, probably. I mean, he's up there. I mean, he's just super sincere, amazing person. I mean, we were talking about conspiracies together. So, no, not everything is...
Post Malone, that's that guy with the tattoos on his face?
Yep.
The white guy.
Biggest musician of the last...
Yeah.
60 years, probably since Elvis, really.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
or
about.
the Beatles. I mean, but one of the most humble, sincere guys that I've met, and he's just a good, genuinely good dude.
You don't think he could be a bad guy?
Do I think he could be a bad guy?
Yeah.
No,
I don't think you can reach that kind of success without doing
I've
that.
met bad guys, and when I meet them, it's almost like, and I met bad guys at protests, and bad guys that are famous people that it's almost like a demon or mean at the same time, or time travelers that met at the wrong time or something. It's so awkward. I just pick up on their energy, and I'm not going to say their names, but there was one, for instance, that it was outer body. It was literally the only way I can explain it was like an angel meeting a demon.
And did he recognize that in you as well?
Yeah, and I recognized that in him.
Yeah.
I was like, something I said to him was, I'm just trying to change the world and do my part. And he's like, well, it's up to you to save the... I was like, don't put that weight on me because I'm just a vessel. And he's like, I agree, because if not, I would have been really, really bad.
And you met him at the rallies?
No, this is a musician that, not Post Malone, another musician that I met that's a rock and roll musician, and yeah, it was just a very strange encounter. It wasn't at a rally or anything like that. It was just by chance, just happened to be at the same place at the same time, time traveler stuff.
Yeah. I hear you, man. Hey, I'm glad you called in today. How did you see this show?
The Shirtless Dad.
The Shirtless Dad turned you onto it.
Yeah. Davis tried to tell me about it, but he's too slow. He said he was going to actually have it, bring his car to your shop so you can make it faster for him.
Well, yeah, we work on big trucks. We don't work on cars.
Oh, well. Someone needs to help him because his car's slow. His car's slow.
It's almost like he's going in reverse.
Well, and he only drives straight, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's up with these drag racers, but it's only, how are you only going to drive straight? Like, the car has a steering wheel so we can turn.
Yeah.
I've been trying to race it for 2 years, and I can't get him to drive up here because it's not just a straight road to come up here. You got to turn to get here.
Hell yeah. But yeah, man.
I love him. He's a good dude. Robert Davis is a good dude, even though he can't drive very well. And the Shirtless Dad's a great guy. He's been a mentor of mine for years and just a human being. And so I look at it as, we're just good human beings trying to change the world, man. Trying to save the world before it's too late.
Yeah. Well, that's how it changes with one person waking up another. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get people to wake up.
That's kind of how some of the lyrics are in that last song I just did.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You do it in music. I can't.
Yeah, I do it in talk too. You know what I mean? Like that's just who I am. I just can't make. For me, I'm not going to make twerking music. So if I'm going to create something, it's going to be about my knowledge and truth of the world. And it's funny. funny because, you know, one of the guys that went to D.C. with us, like, he was trying to prove me wrong the whole time. So he's on Google. Imagine being stuck with me in a car for 10 hours, and everything that you Google, I'm calling out stuff as it's happening out, and we're not even there. I'm driving, so I can't look at social media and be like, oh, this is what's going on. You know, they're finding stuff, and I'm telling them what's coming and what's happening, and all the facts that I use to back it up. They're Googling trying to prove me wrong, but can't. Imagine a 10-hour drive of that.
Yeah.
Like being with a legit know-it-all. But that's because, you know, if you're a time traveler, how can you not know it all?
You should know everything. That's why I wanted you to tell us if Trump's going to be president.
Well, here's the thing: is I just, you know, you can know it all, but if you can get people to listen.
What's pizza?
Sure, I'll get some.
So there'll be something big that happens on the 9th.
Omar brought it for everybody.
Omar did. Oh, thank you, Omar.
Just know the Bucks are going to win the Super Bowl.
All right, we're going to check that out. We're going to see if the Bucks know to. I have to go upstairs now. The other for conference.
You're going to remember this conversation when they do.
I will. And everybody watching will remember it as well.
Yeah. So before I go, you guys blow up the Hearts for America, and I guess we're doing okay for being in the year of the Pirate.
We are. All right, hey, I appreciate the call, man. Thanks for the call.
Day, bud.
Keep the music coming, man, and let us know when you drop something new.
Will do.
All right, I appreciate it. Hey, hey, go to our we'd like to hook up with you on some stuff. Is there any way you could go to our email and hook up with Drizzy?
Yeah, I'll send you guys a email with my number in it or something like that.
All right, it should be on the YouTube. It should be pinned on the YouTube page. Our company email. That way, you know, so it don't get out to people.
Right. All right, man.
All right, man. I appreciate the call.
Yep. Have a good one.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Later. MK Ultra right there. Throw up the hearts for America, people. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, it's Barbara calling from North Fork, Virginia. How you doing today?
Pretty good. How you doing, Barbara?
I'm fine. I'm just trying to see if you guys like or understand fuck you and fuck Trump and that garage will be burnt down.
We do understand that. Do you also understand that if you come around here with a match, I will blow a hole in your ass? Do you understand that? Dumbass. See how the left loves you messing with the wrong one, girl. Bring your fat ass over here. Tell she's fat, I can hear it in the back of her throat. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Biden 2020, baby.
Biden 2020, baby. What's up,
Hey.
Frederica X? What's up? I mean 10.
You put this perfect quote, like you make a meaning of it perfectly.
Do I?
I mean, yeah, it says it's easier to deceive a fool than to convince a fool he's a fool.
And could you put your picture on that as well?
No.
Oh no.
But because them Trump supporters, you can't convince them that Trump's been lying to them or nothing.
No. Well, you tell me where he's lying.
So easily.
Well, tell me where he's lying.
That there was fraud in the election.
Well, I showed you the fraud. I'm sorry you can't see it.
He ripped y'all's party apart.
He ain't ripped my party apart. I'm still a patriotic American. He ain't ripped my party apart.
Our Kentucky motto is united we stand, divided we stand.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, you stand united with them crooks if you want to, and I'm gonna stand over here and point at you. Look at them crooks over there.
We're united over here, y'all.
Well, you could be united all you want to. If you're wrong, you're wrong. It don't matter how many of y'all. It don't matter how many of y'all are standing over there together. If you're wrong, all of you are wrong.
But if you in power, we all in power, right?
Huh?
But if we're in power, we're all in power, right?
No.
How can we be wrong if we're in power?
Well, if you get in power by cheating, it don't mean you're in power. It means you cheated to get power.
No, we didn't cheat. That's
okay. You didn't see it, but I seen it. I showed you here trying to wake your ass up. You just don't have the character to admit it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Your own party don't know whether to vote if he run or not.
Yeah. No, what it did was it showed a lot of us who the people that we thought were up there supporting us really ain't.
How many judges did Trump elect while he was in office?
I think close to 300, I believe.
And I heard you crying for just one judge.
No, I didn't cry for one.
Judge?
No, he said it would only take one judge.
And how many he put in office?
I don't know. 300, close to
Just
300.
said, okay, so out of 300 judges, y'all can't get one judge.
Apparently we can't. So what does that mean? So what does that mean?
That means Trump put the swamp in office.
Okay.
In the judge's position.
Oh, so who put all them other judges in office that were already there?
300 judges.
Who put all the other judges that were already there?
It all depends on what president. I don't know.
Well, you should be able to open your eyes up and see it. If none of these judges will allow this to come to court, we got something going on that's wrong. Yeah. You the one that fought for the country. You the one that should be really pissed off.
I got an Amazon package.
Do you?
No, I'm not pissed at all.
I know you're not, because you don't have no scruples.
Treason.
You don't have no scruples.
Treason.
You don't have no scruples. What do you mean treason?
He was saying him and
Did you not hear the story I read this morning? Hold up a minute. Hold up. The first breach happened 20 minutes before Trump's speech had ended. The first Capitol breach had ended 20 minutes before Trump had finished speaking. Now, from where Trump was speaking to the Capitol is 1.5 miles away. A 30 to 50-minute walk.
The first breach happened outside through the gates. Is that what they're talking about?
They said the first breach of the Capitol happened 20 minutes before the Trump's speech ended. From where Trump was speaking to the Capitol is a 30 to 50-minute walk.
Okay.
And y'all also said there was no Antifa. No Antifa there. No Black Lives Matter there. I have shown you videos this morning of the Black Lives Matter guy that started his own Black Lives Matter group. Black guy, bug-eyed. He's in jail right now. I have also showed you the CNN reporter that was inside the Capitol going, "We did it. We broke in."
Then why you turn a blind eye when the news show you the Boogaloo Boys that was out there with Black Lives Matter?
What Boogaloo Boys? I don't even know who the Boogaloo Boys are.
The Proud Boys. Yeah, you do. You done talked about them before.
You talking about Proud Boys?
No, the Boogaloo Boys.
I don't know. Now, I know Proud Boys. I don't know Boogaloo Boys.
Oh, we talked about this before.
And I told you before, I don't know about the Boogaloo Boys.
Look it up.
Look what up?
They were all on.
Well, did they get locked up?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, and what happened to them?
They went to jail.
Good. That's what should happen to them. That's what should happen to them.
But why you ain't saying, oh, we was infiltrated, Black Lives Matter was infiltrated by Trump supporters out there causing vandalism on the behalf of Black Lives Matter?
Because they probably were. It wasn't Trump supporters doing that, though.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
They showed them.
We don't do that shit. We don't act that way.
Oh, my God. They just showed y'all acting that way.
Well, no, they could have been fake Trump supporters, just like the Black Lives Matter guy that was in there with his Trump hat on. With his bug eyes.
Why would Trump support?
What are you doing here? And he was in. We had a, and I didn't even get to play his thing this morning, but we had a video of him talking about, we gonna burn this bitch down.
If it was that many Trump supporters, why would they walk hand in hand with Antifa?
I wouldn't have walked with them bitches. I'd have told them, y'all crazy as hell. Y'all making us look bad.
If it was there, why would they?
I said if I was there. Now I can't. Look here, Frederica X10. Don't hold me accountable for what nobody else does, because I don't hold you accountable for what nobody else does.
I'm not holding you accountable.
Well, then don't do it.
Why would they co-mingle together if they're against
Well, let's see. They co-mingle trying to instigate shit, so it helps push the narrative that the media wants to run with, that Trump people are dangerous. I didn't see them doing none of that shit when they burnt the cities down over the summer when Black Lives Matter and Antifa was out there. I did not hear the media or any Democrat politicians come out and say a damn word against them. Matter of fact, they said it was their right.
You remind me of them kids in the classroom that does something and get caught and say they did it first.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Why would patriots let Black Lives Matter and Antifa instigate them to create or
I don't know.
storm the Capitol?
Maybe they was weak-minded. I don't know. And I don't know how many infiltrated the Capitol. How many?
It was a lot of them.
Well, how many?
Oh, it was over 1,000.
Well, there was 2 million people there.
Well, about 1,000 got in.
Okay, well, lock up at that. And I wouldn't lock up the ones that got let in. I'd lock up the ones that broke something.
Oh,
Just like I wouldn't lock up the people that was in the Black Lives Matter protest, except for the ones that did something wrong.
oh, you call them a terrorist organization?
They are.
No.
Oh, no.
There ain't no terrorist organization.
I know there's not.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the Proud Boys.
Hold up.
Trump told me-
So you're saying all Proud Boys are terrorists? Is
When,
that what you're saying?
when Trump told them to stand back and stand by.
That's right. Stand back,
That's what he
stand
was
down.
talking about.
What he was telling them is don't do no bullshit like the Black Lives Matter. Don't come out here and burn shit down like they do.
No, that ain't what that means.
I know they don't do it.
They use it as a motto.
There's a picture of him, and look, somebody done did a meme with Joe Biden sniffing on his ear. Oh, bug-eyed guy. Why you look so bug-eyed?
You always talking about one guy and out of all them thousands.
Well, hold on. You said there wasn't none. And
No, I didn't.
yeah, you did. You said there wasn't no Black Lives Matter up there, and this guy's a Black Lives Matter leader.
No, you
So do you think this guy was up there by himself?
No.
And I don't think so either. Let's arrest the ones that was with him. Just like the girl on the video this morning that works for CNN, she said, we made it in. Hey, you didn't get this on camera. He said, no, I'll delete it. But he didn't delete it. Oh, yeah. It was all staged, man. You're being deceived. You keep believing the bullshit they're telling you.
think Trump's going to be president and y'all all
Yes.
deceived. If you believe the earth is flat.
No, I don't believe the earth is flat. I said I don't know.
No, you said it was shaped like a plate last
That's what I think.
First you don't know, now you...
Well, I don't know. I'm telling you what I think. I don't know it for a fact. You can't tell me that you know it's round for a fact because you don't know. You're believing what somebody else told you.
Oh, my God.
I know. Oh, my God. I'm believing somebody, but I don't want Jamie. I don't want Jamie to have his own belief, but I can have mine. Oh,
So
Jamie's crazy. Jamie's the
Nobody's
crazy.
been in outer space.
Huh?
So no one's been in outer space. You don't think no one
No.
is outer space?
No. No, I don't think you can go to outer space.
Okay.
But you do.
See, that's the problem. That's
What do you mean that's the problem? What, did I think differently than you?
People like,
So that's the problem, that I think differently than you?
even when the facts are presented. You still
What
say
facts?
Facts.
What facts?
Proof.
What facts and what proof? You mean because somebody told you that?
Well, why ain't you mad at Trump for creating Space Force?
Because I think it's a different space.
On something that...
Hey, look here, Frederica X10.
No.
Look at this space right here. What's in this space right here?
Explain that.
Look at, would you explain this space right here beside me? What's in this right here? Can you see it?
No, but you know it's oxygen there, right?
No, I don't know what that is. I know it's
Oh,
space.
You don't know what you're breathing.
I know what they tell me I'm breathing.
Oh, okay. Try to go without it for a few minutes.
Well, okay.
Put your head underwater right now. Let's prove it.
No, you do it.
No, you the one don't believe it.
I can't breathe air.
You can't breathe air.
I mean, I can't breathe water.
Then what are you breathing?
I reckon I'm breathing what's right here. What is this? What is this, Frederica? 10? You're believing what somebody's told you.
Apparently it's called oxygen. If
What do you mean it's called oxygen? What if they called this water? And they called water oxygen?
Called what water?
This right here, what I'm breathing. You're just believing what they're telling you. Who's the gullible one here? You. I would say you are. Because you're believing what somebody else is telling you. I'm questioning things. And you're criticizing me because I don't believe these people. They have lied to us. You have seen them lie to you.
There's a recipe for water. You know that, right?
Yeah, well, no. There's a...
You take 2
Nah. There's
and
a...
add oxygen.
Well, hold up a minute. Well, who made up that recipe?
What you mean who made it up?
What do you mean, who made it up? Come on, tell me. Who was it that wrote
I
that
don't know
down?
the scientist's name that made it
Well,
up.
so it was a scientist. So you're saying a man told you that. Gotcha.
Who else gonna tell us? The alien?
Oh, I don't know.
How do you learn anything? How do you learn your ABC?
Somebody teaches you.
Oh, well, somebody told you that.
Well, somebody had to make that A and A and say that's an
what
A.
makes that true?
The A could be a B. The person just made it an A. And now everybody recognizes it an A. Now, see, this is what's going on in the world. This is how messed up our world is. Well, look, this is how messed up our world is. Well, hold up, listen. This is how messed up our world is. Everybody told us that A was an A and that B is a B. And now they're trying to come in and tell us that A is a B and that B is an A.
Who's trying to come in and tell you that? Trump? And you
No,
believe
not that. You're not following along. You're not following along with me. Well, hold up a minute. You're not following me. They're telling you now that that man is a woman and that woman is a man. You're not following me. Wake your ass up. That man is a woman and that woman is a man, when that man used to be a man and that woman used to be a woman, and now they're flipping shit. And you can't see it. Well, hold up. Does that make it right, Frederica 10? I mean, X? I keep getting you.
You're not explaining to me who they is.
You know exactly who they are.
Who's they?
Well, when you figure that out, you call me and let me know. The same ones that's telling you Trump lost. When you can clearly see it for yourself, that A is an A and that B is a B. Trump had the support and Joe Biden didn't. But you're listening to the narrative that they're telling you, and you're believing that. So who out of me and you is gullible?
Spell bat and sound it out for me and see if you're right.
Spell what?
Bat and sound it out.
Spell bat for you?
Yeah.
Bat, B-A-T.
No, it's gonna be A-B-T, right?
A-B-T.
Sound it out. Now pronounce that.
Pronounce
if
bat?
A is a B is a if a B is a
What the
A.
hell are you talking about? You see, I lost you when I was trying to describe that to you.
No,
you got lost.
And now you can't even make.
You got lost in what I was telling you.
No.
People told you that A is an A and that B is a B, and now they're telling you that B is an A and A is a B. Just like they're telling you that man was a woman, or that man was a man and now he's a woman, and that woman is a man and he used to be a woman, and they're flipping shit up, and you're going, yeah, let's believe that. And I believe them same people that have been lying to me. You know, they told me that, Jamie, we went to space, so I'm going to believe them. Well, they also told you Juicy Small-Ye got beat up by 2 white guys.
Yeah, and that's been disproven, right?
Yeah, because he wasn't beat up by 2 white guys.
But, why you want to believe that and not the first?
I didn't believe that.
No,
I didn't believe it for a minute there, Frederica X.
Now you believing he didn't get beat up. Why believe that, though? If you don't
believe he didn't get beat up? No, I don't believe he got beat up.
True. So maybe he did get beat up. So which one are you saying? You don't know what to believe if they telling you. How do you?
Oh, he got beat up by 2 black guys. He paid them to beat him up.
How do you?
Hey, beat me up, fellas.
What you want to believe?
So I can put this noose around my neck and stir up people like Frederica 10 over here because the white man is bad. Let me put this noose on here. That's just an added. That's just an extra.
But you do this in real life every day.
Yeah, I do. And I'm trying to wake your ass up. And apparently it's not working for you. Frederica 10.
Find supporters. That's why Republicans.
Frank, did you donate some money?
Like, we're going to leave these guys to the side. All the Republicans.
Sorry about that. Frank, did you donate some money? Oh, you got what you wanted. You got what you paid for. Let's see. Facebook's gone off. Been on here 4 hours. 2.2 thousand. Thank you. Oh, we had a good thing. We was on 100 one time on there. At one time, 100 people. Your beauty is a waste when your character is ugly. Ain't that the truth? Best looking women I've ever known. Best looking one. Had some of the ugliest souls out there. And that shit right there is going to be gone one day. And you're going to be stuck with that ugly. And then what you going to do? Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's April. How are you?
April, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm trying to hang in there. I'm trying to get my house in order a little bit so I can have a little bit of a relaxing weekend. We'll see if that happens.
Have you been sleeping better?
Hell no. You ask a question, I tell you the truth. Would you like me to lie to you?
No, ma'am, please don't.
Okay. Well, I haven't been sleeping better.
Okay, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it is what it is. Last night I had the weirdest thing. We're just going to talk about some stuff and we're going to get everybody's mind in a better place. Last night I was laying here in my bed and there was a noise that was like a howling, like a really, I don't know what the hell it was. It was two animals. I don't know if it was mating or what, but it sounded like the sweet little angel just trying to sing its way out of hell and a demon. It really did. And I have no idea what it was.
It was outside?
Yeah, it's been like in the, I don't know, upper 40s at night in Florida.
Uh-huh.
So I leave my window just a slight bit cracked at night. And so so I heard it. And of course my cats, all of them were like, every one of them were running to the window. What is that? And I got my flashlight out and tried to look out the window. It sounded demonic. I was like, what is that outside? And then this morning I woke up to my blue jays going absolutely nuts. And one of theirs got taken by a red-shouldered hawk. And so it didn't have a good morning.
No, that wouldn't be good.
So what's going on in the world of politics today, Jamie? I've tried to pay attention and be on, but every time I do, my phone rings. So what's going on? Anything big break?
Well, yeah, Trump dropped the Obamagate stuff this morning. Where they were, all of that's supposed to be coming out today. The D-class of Obama.
Did you hear that the Netherlands government is pretty much all resigning and Angela Merkel's
stepping down? Yeah, Angela Merkel stepping down. Italy's government.
The Renzi party in Italy has collapsed, so therefore the government of Italy has collapsed.
Yes, we've heard it all. Well, we talked about it. We talked about it earlier. And it seems to be that these, I wonder why that's happening. And what I brought up this morning was, we were talking about 18 minus 1 said the first arrest will shake the world. Will shock the world. And I was going, arrest? I said, what if he arrested everybody at one time? That would shock the world. He's got all the military up in Washington right now. They're all up there.
Well, that is the military being in Washington is a curious thing for me because we've got 20,000 troops.
Yes.
In Washington, D.C. for an inauguration that is quote unquote virtual. Why would you need that many? I mean, what are they planning? What's being staged? What's going to happen on that day? Is what's got me worried.
Yeah, that's what. Did you hear MK? The rapper guy MK Ultra called in a while ago.
I stepped right into. I stepped back into the live at that point.
And he said he was up. He said he was up there in Washington for the on the 6th when all that crap went on. And he said,
really?
Yeah, he said he was up there, and he said that's got him wondering what's going to. He said something big is going to happen because if they're going to have that many military up there. I don't know. I think it's just a great time to be alive.
I think there's going to have to be a French fry. Some sort of French fry is definitely going to have to happen. There's just got to be for. The whole world's a stage. And we all know that. I mean, all of us here know that. I don't know. The whole world's a stage. And so what are they going to perpetrate?
I don't know. They're talking about people going to all the capitals on inauguration and being armed. I wouldn't advise that. I wouldn't advise you going out. It's like they're setting you up. It's like they're getting ahead of the story. They go, when something happens, they go, well, all of them Donald Trump supporters was out there with guns, and they just started shooting people. I don't know. I just don't trust it. It's like they're getting ahead of the story.
Well, it's, like I said, the whole world's a stage. Everything is a stage. It's, I started listening to this guy on BitChute, and he is phenomenal, and he's for neither side, and that's completely obvious. He doesn't, he's just out there just putting it all out there, and he's FE, and I started listening to him last night, and he had me rolling on the floor laughing.
What was he talking about?
He was talking about, he was narrating the FBI and the FBI coming out and saying, his name is Bamily Mod something on BitChute, and it's Bamily with a B as in boy, not S.
Uh-huh.
And he says, the FBI needs your help. He says, bullshit. He says, bullshit. FBI needs your help. When did the FBI ever come out and need your help? And of course he's like, bullshit. That's all bullshit for you dumb people. You dumb people. He says, move, stop, and move. I mean, he's not from America. He's got great English, but he's not from America.
Yeah.
And he's a black guy, and you can tell in his voice. But he was just hysterical. And it really made me feel like it brought me back down to earth. Really and truly. I was just like, yay! I don't even know where I found it, but I was so excited because he was just so funny. And everything he said was true. He says, everything's a stage. It's just a hoax. All this is a hoax. And he's just, and he would, I would love for you to play him, but everybody would probably be upset if you did.
Well,
everybody would be like, oh my gosh.
I've pissed people off before.
But it's just, he was just putting it down to like trying to show everybody about all of this bull that's going on. And how true that is. I mean, we've got to wake up, and like I said the other day when I called in, I want our humanity to come back.
Yeah, with each other, the way we treat each other.
Yeah, I mean, goodness. God didn't put us on this earth to bicker with each other. He didn't. And our humanity does have to come back sometime.
Well, I think it's called the Great Awakening for a reason. And
yeah,
I think
and
with
I
Trump,
think we're in it. But I
think,
just want people to.
I think with Trump dropping this information with the Obamagate thing, he dropped it today on Friday. That'll give everybody the weekend to look it over. They don't normally drop. Well, they do. They normally will drop something on Friday that they want to keep you occupied, so you're not really discussing anything else. So they'll drop some. It's normally bad shit, and it was normally bad stuff about Trump that they dropped on a Friday, so people would be talking about it all weekend long. That's all that's on the talk shows, and so now we'll see what this goes with the D class. Not to mention the other stuff they're talking about D class.
Well, who knows what's going to happen on the 20th? Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? I mean, none of us really do know. None of us know anything. All we know is that we have to get up and have to keep going through our days. Isn't that correct?
Yeah.
The only thing, I mean, what if 75 million Americans quit paying taxes? What would happen?
They'd be losing a lot of money because them 80 million don't work.
Did a really good job and laid tile and had a good business. Worked hard his whole life, my uncle and my aunt. But, you know,
But they were like old school.
They
were like old school Democrats, though. They weren't these new Democrats that are not really Democrats, that are really socialists masquerading as Democrats.
No, they are old. I mean, my aunt...
Well, that's what I'm saying. Democrats, old Democrats, are not these new-fangled Democrats that want to silence everybody. Were they?
I mean, no, I agree. No, I agree with you. I just want people to start finding some common ground.
Well, it's like
start working together in our local communities.
Well, this is a quote.
Getting together and breaking bread with each other.
Yeah. Well, this is a quote by Socrates. The riots I like are good, and the riots you like are bad.
Indeed.
So it depends on what side of the field you're on. Like Frederica X, he's all in favor of Black Lives Matter burning down cities, but he ain't in favor of people that are pissed off about the elections marching down to the Capitol. And look, I'm not in favor of them going in and tearing up shit. If either side, I don't care what side you're on, if you're breaking shit, you need to go to jail. Patriot or not. You didn't have no reason to bust no windows out down there. They were doing what we wanted them to do. They were going to contest the electoral count. Why would you storm the Capitol? They were doing what we wanted them to do. Wake up, people. They did that so then Republicans would have a reason to come out and go, well, since the shit went on here today, I can't vote with a clear conscience to oppose these electoral votes that were got fraudulently. You know, I was upset because they got them fraudulently before, but because of what y'all did today, I can't, with a clear conscience, still stand on my moral ground that I opposed to begin with. So I'm going to switch my vote over here today and not oppose it. It's all a...
Right, and, you know, why don't we just divide America and let's do a great experiment for a whole year. Or 4 years. Let's do an experiment for 4 years. Let's let the red states have Trump and let the blue states have Biden, and let's see who does better at the end of those 4 years.
See which one's working better?
Yeah. Well, America's just a huge experiment anyway. So why don't we just go a step farther?
I can get behind that. How do we separate it up?
I don't know. That's a good question. You know, you could think about it. You know, we've got Mar-a-Lago down here. Of course, they're trying to keep him from being able to do anything, anywhere.
Yeah, that sounds real. That sounds real American. We want to stop people from being able to work. Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, he's got a place he could call the Southern White House.
Uh-oh. Didn't they do that at one other time? We had like a big civil war.
We did. And let's just see who turns out better after 4 years. And then everybody can see what's what.
Yeah, which one's better?
Let's just see. Let's just play a little experiment. I mean, I'm game.
I am too. I could, like I said, I could sign on to something like that.
Why not? I mean, holy hell. Everybody, I mean, that would really give everybody a broad spectrum of where we are.
Then we could see which state. We got 50 states. We could split them up, 25 and 25.
Right.
Look how that works. Y'all can keep Puerto Rico and take care of it.
I mean, that's. I think that would be. Well, we also take care of Guam.
Oh, they can have Guam too.
Yeah, we take care of Guam.
We can split them up like kids.
I just think
we can split them up like kids.
Not?
Yeah, you keep them this weekend, and we'll get them next weekend.
Right. Let's do it. Let's just divide America, and it's already divided. So I mean, they've done that much.
So we would know what states we'd move into.
We'll keep ours.
Yeah, so we'd know what states we're going. These 25 are going to be Republican states. These 25 are going to be Democrats. Y'all move around the country to your respective states. Blow the whistle. and have kickoff. And then we'll see who works and who generates things and who law and order and locking up criminals, and we'll see which side prospers after the 4 years. Whichever side is the winner after the 4 years gets to take over the country. How about that?
That's perfect.
And if your cities and states are crime-ridden and you got people shitting in the streets, y'all are probably going to lose this little contest.
I don't see why this experiment wouldn't work. Let's just do it.
Hey,
America is the greatest experiment there ever was.
Who do we need to talk to get this started off?
I don't know. And what would we call ourselves? We can't call ourselves like they did back during the Civil War. We'd have to call ourselves something. We'd have to. I mean, I think that's what they're trying to do anyway. In essence, is they're trying to make two countries out of America. So let's just give it to them here. I think that's what they want in the end anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who we would talk to, but I think that's perfect. I mean, Trump's got a place down here. He can just take it over. He can make Mar-a-Lago a White House, or not even a White House. What would we call it? The Sunshine House. Vitamin D House. I don't know what you would want to call it. Because there's a lot of vitamin D in Florida. I live here. So, I don't know what we would call it. Sunny D Light?
Sunny D Light. There's a good one.
Let's call it Sunny D. For Donald Trump. Sunny D. We'll call it Sunny D. And let's just see who works at the end. What happens?
Well, look, if you do hear that noise again outside, record it.
Yes.
Record it so we can hear it.
Well, I will. That noise, the Blue Jays woke me up this morning. Yeah, well, who needs an alarm with that squawking going on? Holy cat!
It was squawking because that hawk got his baby.
Well, the hawk got something.
Yeah. Well, if you can get a recording on whatever that demon sound was, we'd like to hear it.
Who's talking in the chat saying cat might the one?
Cat might the one. I don't know. I don't see that.
I don't know. Who is that? I'm just being a dork today. I just wanted to break up the monotony and we can call and talk about anything.
Saying two completely things. Smelly cat, what are they feeding you?
Smelly cat. Oh, don't want me singing. I'm not going to sing. I would break it. Everybody would be like, oh, God. April, please don't sing. Please. I pray that you don't sing.
They like to hear me sing every once in a while. Kevin,
well, you sing a happy birthday song to people, and people do like that.
That's nice. I like singing happy birthday to people. It's their birthday, and pretty much every day somebody's birthday. I don't believe there's any day that somebody don't have a birthday.
I don't believe that there's a second that goes by in the day that it's not somebody's birthday. Actual birthday. I mean, I was born on a Thursday at 5:13 p.m.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's when I was born.
I don't know what time I was born. I know what day. I don't remember what time. I'd have to ask my mom. She's probably told me and I forgot it.
I asked my mama, and I was at 5:13 p.m. on a Thursday, and my father called every police officer in the county to come in and donate blood because my mom was hemorrhaging to death. So, thank goodness she didn't. But as they were pumping blood in, it was coming out. So there, I almost killed my mom, truthfully.
Yeah, it's a wondrous thing that women do when they give life, but it can also be a deadly thing because a lot of women have died in childbirth.
Well, my mom almost died. They were pumping just enough blood in her to keep her heart pumping until they finally got it to stop. And 2 days later, she came around and finally truly got to meet me. And my dad had already named me April. And my dad died last year.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't like my name for the longest time, forever and a day. And ever since he died, I really loved my name. I wasn't even born in April. I was supposed to be born in April, but I wasn't. And he was dead set on naming me April.
Well, look, I like that name April. I like the name April because I was born in April.
Well, so was my sister.
But I've always liked girls that had the name April. But I think because of that, because I was born in April.
When's your birthday?
April the 13th.
Oh, you're an Aries.
Yep, Aries.
I'm the 9th of May. And my dad's birthday was the 4th of May. So I was his late birthday present, I guess.
Yeah. He could have named you May.
When my mom didn't feel good. Oh my goodness, is that a red bird? Speaking of my dad, isn't that something?
Well, look, did your mom want you named April?
She wanted to name me, if I was a boy, there was a family name that she wanted to name me, and it was Kendall. And I would have been perfectly fine with being a female named Kendall, but it didn't end up that way.
Yeah.
So, I guess to answer your question, my mom didn't have really a choice.
But why did your dad want to name you April?
I don't know. He was just stuck on it.
He could have named you May.
No,
he could have named you May.
And he told my mom that he wanted to name me April May.
April May.
Allow the
How about May April?
M-A-E, like the rest of my family. I've got some M-A-E Mays in my family.
Yeah.
And, but she wouldn't do it. That's what he told me. And so April, it just stuck. I don't have middle names.
Well, my middle name is Travis. And I was named for one of my grandmother's brothers that died in World War II.
Oh, really?
On my dad's side, yeah. He died. He died fighting in the war.
Are you there?
Yeah.
So your name is James Travis?
No, Jamie, not James. My dad's name was James.
Did I lose you?
No, you didn't lose me.
Okay. So your name is James Travis?
No, Jamie.
Jamie Travis.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice name.
It's sweet.
It is. It is a nice name.
Well, thank you.
Well, Jamie, I hope you have a good weekend. I know that you'll be back at it on Saturday and back at it on Sunday. You're like the Energizer Bunny. You never stop, and that's a good thing because we might have some good material come the next 4 years. You just never know what's going to happen.
Look, either way it works out, we're going to have good material. That's the way I look at it.
And you know, and I don't care who you are, it's more fun to see. I know I've seen some Trump memes, and yes, they're not nice, but they are freaking funny. I'm sorry to say some of them are, but it is more fun to meme Biden than it is to make a meme for Trump. It's just funnier. It's just, I don't know.
Well, it's a whole lot easier.
It is. Because Trump, at least, Trump does have a brain. And, and it's really sad. It is almost senior abuse what they did to that poor man.
Well, I
know he's crazy. And he's done some really disgusting stuff. But all in all, he's still human, and we still have to pray for him.
Yes, we do. We're supposed to pray for all of them. We're supposed to pray for all of our enemies.
We're supposed to pray for everybody.
Yeah. But especially for our enemies. And I wouldn't even call them enemies. I would call them the deceived morons.
Well,
but you can't call them morons.
I don't know. We just gotta let this play out. We gotta see what's gonna happen. If Biden takes the White House, and he takes the White House. What can we do?
Yeah. But I would love to reiterate to the people, do not go to your state capitals armed on January the 6th. Don't do it.
January the 16th, not 6th.
No, yeah, the 20th. The 20th.
I've been hearing it was the 16th, so maybe I'm wrong.
I think it's the 20th. Yeah, it's Inauguration Day. They're supposed to be having protests at all the capitals around America, and they're supposed to go armed. Don't do it. Don't.
Yeah, please, God, don't do that. That's not a smart idea.
No, and just like all of y'all dumbasses that went to Washington, I'm proud that you went to Washington, but if you went down there and busted windows and went into the Capitol, you're a dumbass.
Well, it's not part of them, I can tell you that for certain.
No, I'd have been sitting over here going, what are y'all doing? Hold on, I'd have got me a police officer and said, hey, officer, I want to hang out with you for a little while so you could be my witness and say I didn't do none of this shit over here. Hold on, let me cut my camera on. Because I don't want to be blamed for none of what them guys are doing, because them guys are going to go to jail.
Yeah, they're going to go to jail for a while.
That's like a felony.
That's a 20-year-long felony.
That's what y'all boys are crazy.
I like my freedom. I've only ever been in Facebook jail for 24 hours.
Well,
That's the longest I've ever been in Facebook jail.
Today I just come off a 30-day ban on Facebook and went back on my original page. And this is like the second or third one I've been on 30 days on my page.
Well, I can tell you, I didn't,
It wasn't fun. I didn't get no conjugal.
I operate a business.
I didn't get no conjugal visit while I was in there. They had me in the hole.
Jamie.
They had me in the hole.
Lord.
Fed me bread and water. Whole time. Didn't see no sunlight. I come out, I look like them guys off Brubaker. They had to give me sunglasses when I walked outside. Sunlight was so bright, I said, you ever seen that movie, Brubaker?
No, I don't remember.
And it had Robert Redford in it, and what's his name? The black guy that does all the voice of God. What's his name?
James Earl Jones?
No, not James Earl Jones. The black actor. He was in that prison movie with Shawshank Redemption.
Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman was in that movie. He was one of the black guys that was in the hole, and when they let him out, they had to give him sunglasses because the sun was so bright.
Yes, his future was so bright he had to wear shades.
Had to. Well, April.
Are you going to game?
Yes, ma'am, April. That's what I was finna tell you. My trigger finger's starting to itch over here.
I figured it was getting close. It's getting to be about that time when your withdrawals start kicking in.
It was. They was kicking in, and I was finna tell you, hey, April, I'm finna jump over on the gaming. But yeah, we're finna jump over on the gaming side.
Well, I'm gonna. I guess I'll listen or chat or come over or I don't know. I might turn in some. That guy that I found on BitChute, I might have to send that to you and just let you listen to it.
Yeah, send it to me.
He is really funny. He's just hysterical.
Yeah, send it to me. I'll listen to it.
I mean, I'm gonna do it with an open mind because he is not for anybody in politics. I can guarantee you.
Yeah, well, send it to me, and if it's something good, I'll play it on the show.
Well, yeah, but pre-listen to it. I don't want to get anybody upset.
Okay, I'll listen to it.
Peace and hair grease. Much love, brother.
All right, April, you have a good one now. We'll holler at you later.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
She said peace and hair grease. Hair grease. Oh, hair grease right there. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, big man?
What's up, man?
Not much. I sent you a few things. I didn't know if you had gotten to them. Been pretty busy today. Did you see the one thing that I sent you from the White House notes where basically the Trump had written a letter saying that basically he's freezing all of the money over Pelosi's money over in China?
No, I heard that they said something. He did an EO about that.
Yep, I sent you the link on the White House notes on it.
Let's see.
to the straight to the WhiteHouse.gov.
Yeah, I heard that they did a EO, and it also had to do. It also had to do with something with Joe Biden and the security thing that the that the Secret Service is using called what's the name of it? It was Checkmate. Was the name of that? Yeah.
I think I heard that too. Yep.
So yeah, let me see Messenger.
But but yeah, if you read that, I mean, it explains a whole lot. Basically, freezing their money that they've got either over in China, and it dates back all the way till November 11th last year. You know they're mad.
Text a letter, Speaker Pelosi. Text of a letter. Let me pull it up on the thing. Put it on the camera in the corner. Text of a letter to the Speaker of the House of Representatives and the President of the Senate. Pursuant to international emergency economic powers, the National Emergencies Act, and Section United States Code, I hereby report that I have issued an executive order taking further steps to deal with the threat posed by the People's Republic of China, the PRC, increasing the exploitation of the United States capital resource and to enable the development of modernization of its military, intelligence, and other security apparatuses which continue to allow the PRC to directly threaten the United States homeland and United States forces overseas, including by developing and deploying weapons of mass destruction, advanced conventional weapons, and malicious cyber-enabled actions against the United States and its people. Through the national strategy of military-civil fusion, the PRC increases the size of the country's military-industrial complex by compelling civilian Chinese companies to support its military and intelligence activities. Those companies, though, remaining
right.
Private and civilian, I don't know what the hell that word is, ostensibly, private and civilian directly support the PRC's military, intelligence, and security apparatus and aid in their development and modernization. At the same time, they raise capital by selling securities to United States investors to trade on public exchanges both here and abroad, lobbying United States index providers and funds to include these securities in market offerings, and engaging in other acts to ensure access to United States capital. In that way, the PRC exploits United States investors to finance the development and modernization of its military.
Yep, and then the FBI, I don't know if you had posted, but the FBI had also posted several statements, and I'm going to confirm it, but they had confirmed that basically they're going to go into an investigation because they do believe that the stuff that happened on the 6th was pre-planned.
Well, you know, we played that video of the CNN reporter this morning.
Okay, see, I must have missed that.
We played a CNN reporter, her the guy that was filming her. We're in. And then he said, "You're not." He said, "I'm going to delete it." You know, the footage of them talking about that. And apparently they didn't delete it. And then I was going to play the video of the Black Lives Matter guy, Sullivan.
Yeah, that he's arrested.
He's arrested, but I was going to play the video of him talking about if we can't get in, we're going to burn this mother effer down. And then F the blue. You know, this is recordings of him saying that when they were busting the windows to get in there. Now, he is arrested. They got him in Utah.
Right.
They picked him up, put him in Utah, and we showed a picture of him this morning. And now CNN did an interview with him and his girlfriend.
Right.
And they were, you know, what was you doing up there? And he said, I was just there to observe. Well, according to them recordings we heard of you today, you weren't there to observe. You were there to take part in it. And you were masquerading yourself as a Trump supporter?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But
and
no.
Then there's, I'm sure you've seen the one where you've got the picture of Pelosi standing next to the 4 women with badges on, and they're like, well, if there's a secret service, then, you know, be mixture of men and women, but when a person's arrested, generally they stick you with your own gender so that way they can take you to the bathroom, make sure you're not hiding weapons or any other contraband, and they have to watch you get dressed and yada, yada, yada. So, I mean, it's all speculation, but, you know, it would be good if it was.
What's going on, everybody? Look, this is breaking news, okay? And I'm probably going to get fact-checked from Facebook later on, so I'm even going to put in the caption, this is a developing story, Facebook. I'm bringing it to you as I know it. The FBI has just arrested John Sullivan in regards to the Capitol riots, stating that he incited violence, that he pushed towards storming the Capitol building, and even was there and...
But that's not playing on the damn...
Yeah, so they basically incited and indicted Trump on something that he didn't even do, if you know.
Well, they said they come out this morning and said that the first breach happened at the Capitol 20 minutes before Trump had finished speaking. And it was a mile and a half away from where Trump was speaking at to the Capitol, which is a 20 to 50 minute walk. Or 30 to 50 minute walk.
Right.
So how could Trump have incited the violence when he wasn't even finished speaking yet, when the first breach had already happened before he got finished, and then it takes 20 to 50 minutes to get from walking there. So it would have happened much later in the day. And that was, you also sent me that headline where they were talking about it at 9:30 that morning.
Right.
The headline that said Trump people broke into the Capitol. How did they know?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
And I hear you keep, you know, you even you know, repeat the same thing I did. If, you know, after the third state that got called, which was, the first one was what, Alaska, then Alabama, then it was Arizona, and the guy stood up and said, I object to this certification of the vote. Why would we break into the Capitol if they were not going to certify the votes for Arizona? That makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, they were doing what we wanted them to do. They were objecting to the certification.
And in fact, he had stood up and he said, and the 4 other states are going to do the same thing because we don't believe that this was correct. And then that's when the people started breaking in. That's just dumb.
Yeah, it don't make sense. What you're trying to tell us don't make sense to us.
It never does. It never does.
Special envoy.
But yeah, there's a lot of releases on WhiteHouse.gov.
Well, they're supposed to be releasing the Obamagate stuff today.
Yep, I'm waiting for that to come out as well.
It hadn't dropped yet, I don't think.
And on top of that, though, it's supposed to include how Hillary and Obama were also involved with this whole Italy thing as well.
Now, you see that where Angela Merkel stepped down?
Yep.
Or she stepped down? Has she already stepped down?
I think she has.
Dutch government weighs possible resignation even as it battles surging pandemic. Italy's government on verge of collapse as Renzi party quits. Estonia's PM resigns over corruption probe on his party. Libya's eastern-based government resigns amid protest. Beirut explosion. Lebanon's government resigns as public anger mounts. Kuwait government minister resigns, or ministers resign en masse. Dutch government resigns over child benefit scandal, local media reports. These are all just today or last night.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more released. And, I just, I hope that everything comes through the way it's supposed to. And, may God's will be done. That's all I can pretty much pray for. I mean, I don't know which way it's going to go. I can only hope and pray that it'll go a certain direction that I want it to. But, God has his own plan. We don't know the big picture. We don't know what's all in store. So, we can only pray to him and hope for the best. I mean, we can always pray. We can all pray for the winning lottery ticket, but if he realizes realizes what we're going to do with that lottery ticket. There's a reason why he doesn't allow us to win the lottery, you know? Sometimes it's in our own best interest.
It is.
You know, he knows the big picture, not us. But, yeah, they were saying a lot of insults over there on the Facebook side over there. All those trolls.
They were saying a lot of what?
A lot of, they were saying a lot of troll jokes and stuff like that. They said, oh, the only thing I can stare at is Jamie's big-ass chin and his goatee touches his Adam's apple and everything. I turned around and I said, lady, I said, your mama's so fat she had to call 811. Her boyfriend had to call 811 to find the hole to get located.
So they're talking about my big ass chin?
Yeah.
All right, I got one here. It's the 19th president of the Republic of the United States of America.
Well, I ain't gonna stay on the phone. Some other guys pulled up. I guess they're getting paid by the hour or something. I don't know. They're doing lawn work.
Oh, they're working.
Yeah, we're all working. Unlike Richard. Richard's at home sitting on the computer going, man, I got to get these guys somehow. But I'm banned.
Yeah, he got banned. He's mad. He's mad because he got banned.
I know. I know. He messages me every day. Every day. Even at 8 o'clock in the morning, when you first start your first show, he'll start texting me and all that, and then 10:30 he'll start, and he'll be like, it's 5 a.m. I'm like, you woke up at 5:30 a.m. just to text me? What kind of life you got, man?
Yeah, what's he texting you about?
Oh, he just insulting all the time. Mostly about how my grammar is and all this. Oh, you didn't say your instead of your and everything else. And I'm like, I don't really care about that.
Yeah,
I'm the only one that cares about that shit.
Yeah. Why are you typing in capitals? Because I don't want to.
Exactly.
Because I don't want to take the caps lock off.
Exactly. But I'm gonna let you go. I just wanted to let you know about some of that White House stuff.
All right. Yeah, we appreciate it. I'm gonna play this girl right here talking about the 19th president. I don't know what this is about. So I'm gonna check this out.
All right, man.
All right, man. We'll holler at you later, Kevin.
Okay, later.
All right, later.
So, I'm going to read something to you off my screen.
Read it to us.
And I think you're going to like it. So hang on to your hats. Here we go.
Your hats.
A peaceful transition is coming. Trump will not be sworn in as the 45th president of the United States on January 20th. Trump will take office as the 19th president of the United States on March 4th under the restored republic. Let me explain. You believe you live in a nation called United States of America. This nation hasn't existed since 1871, when this country ceased to be a nation and became a corporation belonging to the city.
What'd you say?
What's up, Broseph?
Broseph?
Broseph, as in bro. Broseph?
Bro, what's up?
Never heard of that?
Messenger audio.
No, I ain't never heard that. Oh, we're playing a video right here. Hello?
Of London. Every time you see an American flag with a gold fringe and gold tilt attached to it, it represents the corporation, not the country. This is the reason you can never make progress.
But I just think I should, call and, let all you listeners know, take a moment and go talk to your kids. They've been locked down for a year. They see everything that's going on. If you go outside, you don't see kids playing in the yard. You don't hear no kids. Like I said, kids right now you see what we're going through. Take a moment. Because there's a lot of kids out there that are committing suicide. My wife's relatives had a daughter hang herself last night, so...
Oh, man.
Take a minute and actually have a talk with your kids, make sure they're all right. Because I see all the, people, are so mind with what's going on right now, but just take a minute and make sure your kids are all right.
Yeah.
You know, that might be heavy to hear for a lot of people, but your kids are kids. They don't understand. And what they're going to see, you know, like I said, they've been locked down for a year. No playing in the parks, no roller skating, no go swimming. You know, so they're taking it pretty hard. And everybody, all the grown-ups are just putting them in front of the TV or letting them play games right now. And that is all they're doing. You know, so I just want to get the word out there. Check on your kids, see how they're doing.
All right.
You know, it's the most important thing. All right, now let's watch your videos. I just thought I'd call and throw that to you. 'Cause that's the only way to get anything out to the airwaves nowadays is to, you know, because everybody's not following the news. They're following live chat. So, you know, that's all I wanted to say.
All right, we appreciate it. Thanks for the call, man.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Progress financially. This is why the law always seems to be against the average citizen, while the rich and the elite literally get away with murder and worse things. If Biden, Harris, Pence, Pelosi, etc. or January 20th, there will be no one to assume the presidency. Since Trump has not been certified as the presidential winner by Congress, he cannot remain president. If there is no president on January 20th, the corporation known as the United States of America will be dissolved. The military will then become the guardians of the nation during the transition. People will then have irrefutable proof that the election was stolen by foreign entities and that Trump was chosen by a landslide. Trump then assumes the presidency as the 19th president of the United States. The last president elected before America became a corporation was Ulysses S. Grant. Republic restored. Now, I really don't know all the details involved in this. Just know the end goal has always been the destruction of the 1871 corporation and the return of America to the people of the constitutional republic it was always intended to be. The next month and a half will be chaotic. Make sure you have plenty of water, food, your meds, anything else you need. Comply with the National Guard and United States Marine Corps. They took oath to the nation, not the corporation. The Act of 1871. Be vigilant. Pray. Your nation has returned to you. I just want to say I'm Canadian, and I could not be more proud of all of you and everything you're doing to literally save the world. You Americans, MAGA, you have shown everyone how to do it. You set an example and you lit the world on fire.
Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you come from?
You're salt of the earth, and I love you.
Hello?
God bless
Hey,
America.
I want to comment about that TikTok deal.
What TikTok deal?
Why everybody against TikTok?
Because it's owned by China.
I thought President Trump made a deal where America owns it now.
Oh, I don't know. Did they sell it? I know that they were supposed to sell it.
They did.
Oh, I don't know. I know President just cut aid to China in half with that new deal he signed today.
We owe China money. We ain't worth.
We don't owe China shit.
We got $1 trillion deficit.
Take us to court.
Yeah. But everybody be like,
yeah, take us to court. I see that Nancy Pelosi got her shit took down today. Did you see that? Did you see that?
I'm talking about TikTok.
Well, I ain't talking about TikTok. I'm talking about, did you see that? Did you see that today?
On the corner, you be like, why don't you get a job? And all these black people making a lot of money off of TikTok.
They are.
And you tell them get a job. Yeah.
They're making millions of dollars off TikTok?
I don't know about millions, but thousands of dollars.
Well, they can make it somewhere else, can't they?
Yeah, that's a good income stream.
Okay.
For an American business, right?
Not if it's TikTok.
I think it's turning the white culture to black, and that's why they don't like it.
Is that what it is? I think the Democratic Party. I think the Democratic Party are seeing black people leave their party, and they're going batshit crazy.
No.
Yeah, those that can think for themselves. Now there's a bunch of y'all. There's a bunch of y'all black people over there still that think you're a. There's a bunch of y'all black people over there that still think you're a victim.
The ones out in the street.
No, I'm talking about people like you.
Victims of police brutality.
Yeah, okay. Police brutality.
And that's a real thing.
Yeah, I know it. I seen a woman got shot up there in the Capitol. Police brutality. I seen it.
No, she was trespassing.
Oh, she was. You can't trespass in your own house.
They had armed
We done
guards.
talked about you. We done talked about this shit one time.
Ain't D.C. a stand your ground state?
I don't know. I don't know if it is or not.
To come in with a mob.
I don't know if it was or not. She didn't have a gun in her hand. She didn't have a knife in her hand.
You ain't got to have a gun or a knife for stand your ground state.
Did she touch somebody?
She was threatening to break in with a mob behind.
Did she hit somebody?
Herself. Did you hear what I said?
Did she hit somebody?
She was with a mob.
Okay. Did she hit somebody?
No.
I seen a whole bunch of people up there with a mob all during the summertime. I even seen it all the way back to when Trump got elected. Mobs up there. Mobs of people burning shit. I don't remember seeing no police shoot nobody up there. They didn't shoot no people. They shot a white woman. How dare they?
They got locked up though, Jamie.
Who got locked up?
Might be getting released.
They didn't get locked up. They all got no charges were filed against none of them.
No, that ain't gonna happen.
Well, that's the news I'm getting. I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe you can show us where they did go to jail or go to prison.
There's pictures of a lot of them sitting outside of jail in handcuffs on the ground. All of them was going to jail.
Who was?
Had to pay fines.
Who did? Who had to pay fines?
They let them out on their own.
No, they don't even do bail no more for people. You ain't even got to pay bail no more. I can't wait the next time I go to jail. I ain't got to pay bail. Let me out. Plus, we got the COVID up in here. Y'all need to let me up out of this bitch before I catch the COVID and sue y'all's ass. Don't let me catch the COVID up in here in your facility. I will sue your ass.
Biden got elected and then white privilege went away.
Oh, Biden got elected and the white privilege went away?
Yeah, they're entitled.
What color is Biden?
He's a Democrat. He's for the black people.
Oh, well, hold up. Didn't we just have a black Democrat? Why didn't the white privilege go away up under him?
Why didn't what?
Why didn't the white privilege go away up under him, the black guy?
Because there's still racist cops out there.
Oh, yeah, they still
You can't get rid of all the racists.
You can't get rid of all of them at one time.
And it don't help with Trump saying, don't be so nice to
Especially don't help when you got racist criminals out there.
Why would Trump say, don't be so nice to him when you lock them up?
I wouldn't be nice to him either. I can't wait till we go to trial with old George Floyd. I can't wait to see that trial. See how your party reacts to that when that guy's found not guilty because he died of an OD. I bet y'all gonna go batshit crazy. Probably burn some shit down.
They just locked up that former Republican governor up there over Flint water. 42 of them.
They should have.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah.
Now, are they gonna lock up the Democrat governor up there now that ain't did shit either?
He just got in there. What are you talking about?
How long has he been in there? How long has he been in
He
there?
didn't do shit about what?
Ain't the water still bad up in Flint?
No, they corrected that.
Oh, they did. So you can drink the water in Flint.
Paid millions of dollars.
I think I seen a picture of Obama drinking a glass of water in Flint. Do you remember that?
He
Do you remember
got a
that?
lawsuit on his hand.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Man, this country was going to shit under Trump, man.
I know it was great before Trump, and when Trump took over, it just shot downhill. Now that Trump's gone, we're on the rise again.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
Really believe that.
Yeah, okay. That's what you believe.
believes. We got all the divisiveness out of the White House.
Divisiveness?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trying to divide Americans.
Yeah, I know. Was that Trump talking about kick them when they're down? Or was that Eric Holder? Who was it that says punch them in the nose? Who was it that said go out there and get in their face and cause a disturbance?
Probably Trump. He said, I'll pay for your lawyer fees.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Back in the day.
That guy knocked the shit out of that guy too, didn't he? Busted his ass. Clipped him from the side. And he was an old white guy.
At the Trump rally?
Yeah, clipped him.
Yeah, he sucker punched him.
He did. Yeah, like you ain't seen no black guy sucker punch a white guy.
But I thought violence wasn't in y'all's nature.
It ain't.
It was happening at the rallies.
Well, he wasn't one of us. He was a Democrat.
Oh, okay.
That white guy was a Democrat.
So that makes it okay.
Oh no, he was a Democrat. I figured you would be all right with it because he was a Democrat.
Ken was a Republican.
What about when that white woman was trying to get in and they were throwing eggs and shit and hitting her in the head? Was that okay?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you do.
What white woman?
Go back and watch the videos. She was trying to get into a Trump rally and they had her hemmed up and the people inside wouldn't open the doors. And they were throwing eggs and hitting her in the head with it. And they was all yelling at her because they was all a bunch of dumbass. I wish I'd have been there. I'd have got my ass beat. I would have got my ass beat.
You wouldn't have done shit.
Oh, yeah, I would have got my ass beat.
You would have been throwing eggs, too.
No, I'm not like that. But I would have got my ass beat because the first one I seen closest to me, I would have clocked the shit out of them. And then the mob would have jumped on me. And I would have got beat down. But I would have took that ass whooping and come out smiling on the other side, blood all in my teeth. I just been smiling like hell. I'll swole up.
And they say Patriots and Republicans can take an ass whooping.
We can.
Yeah.
It usually takes 7 or 8 Democrats to give us one, but we can take them.
Nah, it'd only be one.
Oh, no. You ain't never jumped on nobody by yourself in your whole life.
Oh, come on now.
Come on now. Tell the truth, Frederica 10. Come on, Frederica 10. Tell us the truth.
I live in Kentucky.
What's that mean?
They know not to come downtown Louisville. Ask them about it.
Ask them about what?
Downtown Louisville.
What's in downtown Louisville?
We run this shit down there.
Oh, who runs the shit down there? Oh, you talking about black people run it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that just proves that you're criminals and you're violent.
No, ain't no violence down there.
What did you just say? You said ask them about downtown Louisville. We run this shit down here. What you mean?
We do. It's majority black.
What's that mean?
It means the white people got scared and moved out.
Oh, okay.
When black people move in a white neighborhood, it's called white flight.
That's because they don't want to live around crime.
No, they don't want to get their ass whooped.
Well, is that living around crime?
Twisted T. No, because
Twisted T.
If they kept
Twisted T should have got his ass shot. And then you would have been bitching about that. Why did he shoot him? Because he hit him with that Twisted T.
He would have been unconscious. How you gonna shoot somebody?
But that white boy didn't even go down.
Oh,
that white boy didn't even go down off that Twisted T shit. You might want to get you some Lipton tea, bitch.
Nah, he went down twice.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He couldn't, and he squirreled him. He sucker punched him with a Twisted Tea thing, and still couldn't take that skinny white boy off his feet.
He looked right at him.
He better be glad he didn't hit somebody with a chin. He would have got scrubbed up there. You done sucker punched a man and still couldn't take skinny white boy off his feet. Oh.
That white boy's boots went in there.
Yeah, I seen him. And he should have went to jail. Did they lock him up?
No, because they said he assaulted him first.
I didn't see him assault him. We watched the video.
He kicked at his hand.
No, he kicked at the can.
His hand was holding.
Oh, no, it wasn't. It was on the ground.
Yeah, it was on the ground.
Stop lying, Frederica X.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I know. See, that's what's wrong with the country. You would have been mad at that boy that shot him, and I would have been cheering.
If somebody thinks
Congratulations, another one bites the dust. You want to break the law, you face the law. Get out of here, bitch. I don't want to argue with you no more. This time for my gaming shit. We're going over to the gaming side. We appreciate all y'all being over here. Thank you for coming over. Thanks for the Flat Earth. Hello?
this commercial is brought to you by Twisted Tea.
I'm going to gaming, man. I ain't got time to argue with your ass.
Go on the gaming side.
All right, man. Come to the gaming side. All right, $2. Hang up. Heather, thank you, ma'am. All right, we're going over to the gaming side. Y'all come over and hang out if y'all want to. If not, we will see y'all here in the morning, bright and early. But if you do come over there and hang out, do the thumbs up or down. But come over and say something. We appreciate it. Flat Earth.
Dude, that guy got his shit knocked out with the Twisted Tea can.
He did get his.
It's hilarious.
He did get his shit knocked. He didn't even get took off his feet.
Teeth. You see the picture of him afterwards?
I didn't
He
see
got
this.
knocked out. He had a concussion and he lost teeth.
Oh, so that guy should go to prison, don't you think?
No, I don't believe in prison.
Oh, so you think we should just be able to run around hitting people with Twisted Tea cans?
I don't know. You went to prison. You like it?
No, but I don't race and drive up the highway no more neither.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All I'm saying is,
So you think it's okay to run around and hit people with Twisted Tea cans?
you think it's okay to scream in someone's face and spit in it?
Sure, you can scream anything you want to. This country's is First Amendment.
Nope, that is incorrect.
Well, it is.
No.
Yes, it is.
Hate speech law.
What hate speech? There ain't no such thing as a hate speech law. The Supreme Court's already ruled on it.
No, that is incorrect. Try again. Thank you.
No, you try again. The Supreme Court has already ruled there's no such thing as hate speech.
No, that is incorrect. Try again.
Yes, it is. There's no such. Well, what is hate speech?
People got arrested for it. People are still getting arrested for it.
For what?
Hate speech. Hate.
What is hate speech? What is hate speech?
Racial slurs, like the one used in the video when the guy.
Oh, you mean the one that's on all these? You mean the one that's on all these rap songs? Is that what you're talking about? That hate speech? Let's lock them up.
You said.
Let's lock them up.
Bit of a voice. Dry up your voice a little bit.
Let's lock them up.
Can you dry your voice? Do you have a paper towel?
No, I ain't got no paper towel.
Can you dry your voice?
I got some of your mama's panties up in here I can use.
For what?
To dry up my voice.
You're going to use my mother's panties to dry up your voice?
Yes. She wears them Bounty Quicker Picker-Uppers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, I'm going gaming, man. We'll holler at you later.
Yeah, eat some shit.
I hear you. Sandwich. Shit sandwich.
Eat some more
Sprinkled
shit,
with
dude.
peanuts. Get out of here, bitch. We'll holler at all y'all later, man. Y'all come on over there. Later. Show's over with. Hold up.
Tell me why your people, these lucky people, that they just hated me.
I don't know. You got to ask them.
I find it funny.
Don't ask me. Why don't you ask them? I said, why don't you ask them? Don't ask me. I don't know why they blocking people.
No, I just find it funny. Anybody that they hated me just said
You think that's funny?
this just makes me laugh because it makes sure your show doesn't grow.
You like it?
I'm asking if you like it.
Hell yeah, I like it.
Hey, what do you think of your boy John disrespecting veterans? That's pretty cool too, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
So disrespecting veterans, because you know, you love veterans, right?
Love the shit out of it.
Your boy does. But that's okay with you.
Yeah, you just mad because you blocked. You just mad because you blocked. Hey, you want to pay the fine?
Hey, what fine?
Pay the fine to get back on it.
I didn't get no ticket.
Oh, you did get one.
Hey, I don't need to be on there. I just find it funny when people say something on there.
I hear you.
Besides that, I mean, what do we got? 4 days left before Biden's president?
Yep.
Come on, let's be real. Let's just cut all the bullshit out and be real right now.
Okay.
You honestly believe Trump is gonna become president? again?
Yes.
Like after this one, so you're saying that
Yes.
okay. But why are they moving stuff out of the White House? Like all the staffers, his wife, his kid, who just registered for the school down in Florida. Tell me why you think people say if they're doing all these things. I'm being 100% honest.
I don't know.
You want to bullshit with you and talk shit. I just want to.
I don't know. Maybe that's to give y'all the optics that he's leaving.
That's not an option. That's him leaving. If you're packing all your shit, are you just packing it because you want to look like you're leaving? No, you're packing all your shit because you're going somewhere. Why would you pretend to leave? It doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
I mean, you're setting your own self up for a big fail. Like your heart's gonna drop because you know he's not gonna be president.
He's my president. He's my president.
Huh?
He's my president.
No, he's your president for what? 4 more days?
No.
And then what?
4 more years.
You continue to say, well, Trump's my president and I follow him. But where are you gonna follow? You gonna move to Florida?
Wherever he wants to go to. Wherever he wants to go.
But he won't be running the country.
Okay.
You can still have.
And you think Biden will be running the country?
Biden?
You think Biden will be running the country?
Yes. Will he have an agenda? Yes. Is it a Democrat agenda? Yes.
No. That's not a Democrat agenda. That's a Chinese socialist agenda.
So the Chinese want people to not use coal anymore, right?
No, the Chinese wants to take over the world.
No, but I'm saying China's policy, they don't want you to use coal anymore, right?
Oh, I don't know.
No, because China is the number 1 producer and distributor and user of coal.
They are.
Why would we, if we're so far on Chinese policies, why are we trying to go solar? That doesn't benefit the Chinese.
No, we're trying to go solar so they can cripple this economy because it will never work.
How does solar cripple your economy?
Well, when you shut down coal factories.
There was more coal mines shut down than the Trump administration.
You think so?
No, it's not a thing.
Oh, I don't know, but look here, look. This is after the show, man. You done caught me on my gaming side.
Oh, you can get it. This ain't gonna end.
Huh?
I don't even. I wanted to have a
Well, you got to do something with your phone. I don't know what's wrong with your phone. What's wrong with your phone? What's wrong with your phone? Sounds like you're.
bullshit aside, so we can speak like human beings that are on the field, trying to come together and say, you know what, Trump's not going to be president, Biden is, and we can go from there.
Okay.
But it is what it is, man. If you want to keep believing what it is,
Well, that's what I'm going to believe.
when he's president, what's going to happen?
But then I'll start talking about the bad shit Joe Biden's doing. And you can call in and tell me that the things he's doing is great.
Well, when I get back,
Because I'm not gonna stop doing this show no matter who's in the White House.
that's fine, like I said. Your show brings out some worse people.
No, it exposes a lot of people.
It exposes a lot on your side. Doesn't expose too much on the other side because you guys don't do that.
Well, I don't see. That's what I don't like. You like to point fingers over here. When you start calling out your own people, then we'll start talking. No, you don't. You didn't call out none of them people up there at the Capitol. You didn't call out none of the Antifa or the Black Lives Matter that was at the Capitol.
Look, I don't think
Why not?
Why would you?
Well, I don't agree either. I'm asking you why you don't think they should.
Okay, that means that they shouldn't be allowed. Why? What makes you think that we don't agree?
Well, from the way you act.
For what?
Because you support people that thinks that they should be able to do that. Democrat politicians.
No, I support everybody having the same rights. Doesn't matter black, white, Asian, or Mexican.
All right. Well, I'm finna jump over to the gaming side.
That's
Hey, why don't you join the gaming channel? You can comment on there.
No, they don't want me on there either. They told you if I were to join, they would leave. I mean, I didn't know I had that.
Well, I don't really care. I don't. If that's what somebody runs you off, that's you running, not me.
No. I can't join because they ban me. If the reason doesn't ban me, they'll leave because I have that much power.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, man. I'll give you a call. Today's Saturday. I'll give you a call.
Today's Friday.
Well, it's Friday for you.
It's Friday for everybody.
Saturday for me.
Well, no, it's Friday for everybody.
No, it's not.
It's not? Oh, I thought you was in San Francisco.
Oh, I told you I was leaving at the beginning of January.
Well, I forgot that.
Oh, it's Saturday here.
Okay.
I'll give you guys a break. You guys need to be working over.
All right, we appreciate it, man. Thanks for the break.
Take it easy.
All right, man. Be safe. All right. The game side. Y'all don't ban him. Put him in timeout. Just continuously put him in timeout.